Welcome, mortal kind, to Quest Accepted, once again going live. We're back,
here.
guys.
We're here.
Yay! We're reunited.
We're
And
here.
it feels so good.
My forehead.
Reunited.
Oh well.
Okay, that's enough of that before copyright. Oh my god, it's been so long since we've been live together all again.
Well, at least on this screen.
And on this screen, yeah. Oh, thank you all very much for joining us the entire time, with the Bukimon series and with the prequel with Sean Vigari and Savhir. Hazel's missing her name.
Oh yeah.
and we're very
I am
happy
a
to be
nameless
back with
one.
you all. Do we have any particular fun announcements that we want to share tonight?
We kind of do. So one, we have a new channel. Steve, do you want to talk about that?
Oh, are you talking about our other channel, our other YouTube channel?
Uh-huh.
So what we've decided to bring for you guys is we wanted to, facilitate a way that you can get all your D&D needs in the same place, right? So we split off and we made Quest Accepted Gaming. Oh, God. There we go. Sorry. My computer's messing up. I'm so sorry. Yes, Quest Accepted Gaming at Quest Accepted Games, where you can catch all of our gaming stuff, which is now being supplied there. So if you want to check out video games that we play, such as the Witcher 2 that I'm doing, or Little Nightmares 2, which Matt is currently doing, which, by the way, scary game. I don't. It's terrifying. The long-necked lady. I'm just gonna. I'm trying to. It's like the snake from Beetlejuice, is how I'm picturing it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's terrifying. You can catch those there when they drop on their respective days, which still haven't changed. And then we plan to make that our gaming channel, and then you'll have our D&D where you're already watching us, either here or if you got to go places, if you got to take a pause for the cause, which we totally understand, and then want to check out and then you come back to it and we're gone, you can come back on Friday and then check us out on the YouTubes and see what you missed.
It's always so fun because we're like, we got to dance around saying, hey, go look at the VODs on YouTube. Because
The VODs in particular.
The VODs on YouTube, because Twitch has rules. Because we're affiliates, and that means that you have the opportunity not only to follow, but to subscribe. Steve, or who was it? Birdstrike and Dr. Drazik and Sassy, they all subscribed for 6 months, so we had 6 month subscriptions. They'll be with us for 6 more months.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah, we had some other people follow us in the meantime, so thank you everybody. And if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription every month. You have to re-up the subscription, but hey, why not give it to us? Because it helps the channel. It helps us to give you more fun emotes, like my personal favorite, the Willow and Herc emotes. But we have all the character emotes for like the tier 1 subscriptions and stuff. Plus some fun stuff like Steve, I think we were talking about doing like a Fan Friday type thing or a fan gaming day.
That is still in the works. I'm thinking about doing on our Discord, which I can grab and I can link in the chat right now. I need to get a poll together. I want to get a list of games that can hold a multitude of people, and then we'll vote, and then we get to play the game together, which should be fun. I have been on the First Descendant grind because I love pseudo MMOs and bashing my head against a wall with drop rates. But it's a great game. It's a great game, and I love every minute of it. Every 140 hours that I've sank into the game for drop chances, and it came out 2 weeks ago. So yeah.
That's how I feel about Stardew Valley.
Just so much worse.
With your
So
little
it's okay,
shippings.
Steve. We all have our guilty pleasure.
It's so good.
All video games are for everyone. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Rated E.
We don't judge.
yeah.
But Steve mentioned the Discord. Marco, why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Join us on the Discord. We got the link somewhere in the doobly-doo, and we're going to put it in the chat. Steve, could you please put it in the chat? Thank you kindly.
I'm trying.
Faster.
So join us in the Discord. We got the community going. There are people who want to play D&D. There are people who are talking about like what's happening in the campaign, what's happening in their own campaigns, and all the information is in the Discord. Anytime that anything happens in any of our social medias or platforms or whatever, it gets announced in the Discord. So that's probably the best way to stay informed with us at the moment. And you can talk to us directly if you have any questions about the campaign, about us, about our characters, all that stuff. So go ahead and join, and we'd love to have you because we want to hear from you as well.
Absolutely. And yeah, I mean, Tiff, is there anything going on the social side?
Not too much right now, but you can still follow us at Quest Accepted D&D on Instagram and TikTok. Now that we're back, I'm gonna be getting those videos going again, so send them around. Scroll through all of our reels at night when you can't go to sleep. It's fun.
Hell yeah.
They're
And-
pretty great reels.
Yeah.
Matt's been doing an amazing job. Like Tiff and Matt, you guys have both been like freaking
Tiff finds
killing
the
it.
good ones, and I just polish them up for the YouTubes.
Yeah, exactly.
She does all the hard
Matt's
work.
way better at editing than I am. Like my editing skills.
Well, you edit on
Not
a
good.
phone, and I edit
Not
on like a
good.
full-on machine. So there's like,
Yeah.
it's not even comparable.
Yeah.
It's an
I mean,
unfair comparison.
True, but I don't, even if I have the machine, wouldn't know what to do. Like,
Yet.
I literally only know how to do these things on my phone.
Also, real quick,
So-
are you comfy there? Is that where you're going to be sitting?
Yes, I think so. I'm trying to minimize the light off my forehead.
You mean that thing that I'm pointing out right now?
Yeah, that, and then this and this.
Hey, don't worry. I get you. I need a new
Because
skincare routine.
on a normal day-to-day basis, I don't feel insecure about my forehead. However, right now, I cannot say such things. So
I can adjust my lighting parameters
Like-
and we can glisten in solidarity.
Thank you,
Everybody,
Amanda.
let's just ruin our cameras
See-
all together, huh?
Yeah.
This is why I always needed Amanda. She's always there for me to take the shine off my forehead or just join
If it makes
me.
you feel any better, I have a zit.
Dude, right there. It's like I got punched.
Yes, I wish I had a glisten here to like cover my vulnerabilities. So
It's
the grass
honestly
is always
just-
greener, I suppose.
We'll play with your
Right?
camera a little bit later because you're in a new space and everything. So
I am.
And then I
Do
guess
my
last-
eyes deceive me, or 3/5 of us are wearing plaid and the other two are just wearing black?
Oh
this is
hey!
actually
Yeah.
a deep red.
No, fuck yourself.
It does
See,
look
look,
kind of
black,
burgundy.
red,
It
black,
does look
red.
a little bit,
Completely
reddish. I
different
see
colors. Look
yeah.
at that.
I would argue
There's
maybe a
different blacks.
burgundy.
But this is the plaid
It's a
crew,
burgundy.
so somebody didn't get the memo. And it was
Somebody
Marco.
didn't get a box more than 12 crayons, so it's whatever.
You didn't get the big box of 200, bro, with the silver and then the silver S. Macaroni.
Wait out yourself.
I always
I-
wanted the crayon box that had the sharpener in the back. Do you know which one I'm talking about? I
Yeah.
used to
No.
beg my mom every year, and she was like, "You don't need that," and I was like, "No, I need it." Never got it.
Yeah,
And
because
she'd be like, but these are BOGO, and it's like an off-brand Crayola, and you
Yes.
like don't write well. Like you like draw like an A and it's already gone.
It's like cray
Yeah,
art.
And it's like
Yes.
just because you get 2 packs BOGO, it doesn't mean that you have like double the amount of crayons. I mean, technically you do, but it's just the same colors twice. If you get the
Yes.
big pack, you have so many more colors.
Unless you're colorblind, in
Yeah.
which case it's just all a bunch of different colors. Also, Tiffany,
Sure.
real quick, again, I know you're the
Yes.
problem child, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I saw that too.
What did I do?
Just
No.
stretch your arms out, just like
Yeah, give me.
all the
Give me
way.
a high five.
Just no, all the way,
Alright.
straight out, outwards.
T-pose. T-pose. All right, you're good. I got you. Oh wait,
There you
Aw.
go. 9 and 3.
High five.
Perfect.
What did I do?
nothing. You're good.
No,
it,
nothing.
It wasn't you. You're good.
You were encroaching on my space, and I felt
Hold on,
threatened.
stay there. I'll show you.
Wait, really?
Ah!
Yes, that is the power of the
Amazing.
machine.
And I hit Sabir.
Amazing.
Oh, wrong side. Wait.
You silly.
No, I would never hit.
And then
Word
I
Strike
guess-
had one of those, Tiff.
Yeah.
Oh
It
yeah.
sharpens the crayons.
It
Oh,
sharpens
one of the
crayons.
ones that you with the sharpener in the back.
Yeah.
So jealous.
Why did you say that, Marco? Like the other line was, or else it gets the hose again.
It sharpens the
It
crayons.
sharpens the crayon.
I'm getting ready for the session.
Uh-oh.
I was more of
Oh,
a colored pencil girl.
It rolls a
anyway.
wisdom save.
It throws the
You're
wisdom
better.
save. Or else it gets the D20 of damage. I think the only last thing is to just acknowledge our second DM of the channel, Amanda, for doing such a great job.
Yay!
Oh, I was like, who's that?
You.
Oh yeah,
Bring it in.
because we're back,
Oh,
baby.
You're not Vigari yet.
I was like, wait, who's Amanda? I'm Vagaria. What are you talking about?
I like to smash
I'm
things
fully immersed.
and then fight them.
Yes.
Oh my god, it feels so good to be back.
Doesn't it?
Feels.
Are we ready to continue into the second arc of the campaign?
Yes.
think
But
so.
we
I
need
believe we
mega
are.
recap.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
you worry.
Ultimate recap.
I got you.
Recap
It's
on
time to-
steroids.
It's
And
time to remember even further.
here we go.
Here we go. Here we
That's not right.
go. Here we go.
Why is it
It's
changing it?
no. I'm cool
Wait,
with
but
that.
it's like changing it so much. That's not the track.
Like I want a turkey leg and I want to cheer on the Green Knight. That's how I'm feeling.
It has, but wait, the same button is playing a different track each time.
There it is.
No, that's not it.
Oh, I was worried. I was like, do I have the wrong link to the siren?
This
Yeah,
siren's trying to
Why does it
escape.
change? It's changing it. That's so weird. That's so bizarre.
How bizarre! How bizarre!
Good song.
Well,
Here we
I'm
go.
hearing.
Cool.
I'm hearing strings.
This is very
See,
tranquil.
it's the exact same button, but it's a completely different track. Whatever.
Watch this happen the whole game, and you're gonna be like, I want haunted music, not happy music.
Be sad.
In the wake of the War of Fracture, a fragile peace has settled over Teslam. The devastating conflict among the Winged Riders tore nations apart. These elite warriors, once bound by an unbreakable bond to their majestic mounts, saw their world descend into chaos when their sacred connection was mysteriously severed. Mounts that were once loyal companions turned against their riders, unleashing destruction across the land as they rampaged uncontrolled. Every nation, regardless of size or strength, felt the wrath of these creatures, their bond to the earth shattered. The war left cities in ruins and kingdoms on the brink of collapse. Now, the world is slowly recovering. The scars of war still fresh but healing. Nations rebuild, and the Winged Riders, though few remain, still have a presence of hope for mortal kind. The peace is tenuous. The memory of the fracture still haunting the hearts of those who survived. Yet as the world begins to heal, a new threat has arisen. The Verdoran, a sinister cult with intentions still not fully understood, has begun to make their presence known. Their actions are becoming bolder, their influence spreading, and their plans increasingly dangerous to the world at large. You four were hired by the Order of the Broken Horizon and ventured into the Blightland to save Mercury, a kobold alchemist student to a winged rider Kalame. You uncovered more about the Verdoran's sinister machinations, and your efforts rewarded with the promise of a boon, a favor from Kalame himself, the winged rider who resides at Könntek Castle. Now, resting in the Ague Citadel, you prepare for your journey to Könntek. There you will meet Kalame to claim your reward. And we're actually going to start with everybody except for Vagari taking their headphones off.
I made it into the cool club. Eee!
No.
Vagari. You find yourself in a field, a lush green meadow with mountains far off in the distance. Wind sweeps the grass, and as you're walking, snow starts to trickle down. The temperature doesn't change, and you see the snow starting to build slowly, slowly, and slowly. Little by little, it reaches up to your ankles, halfway up your calves to your knees, until it's waist deep. And you see before you in the snow, as the sun starts to set, a ethereal red cloaked bunny that pops up from the snow. And you see this bunny kind of stare at you, and it tilts its head a little bit, and the ears fly up, and you hear her speak clearly. "Found her! I found her!" And as you look around, you see a green bear, an ethereal, spiritual-like, translucent bear made of green mist appear before you. Another, out of the snow, a deer. And also behind you, an elk. The elk, strangely familiar, yet almost like looking in the mirror. The bunny transforms into a badger, the bear into a tiger, the elk into a hawk.
As I see all this, I like tap to Chief, and I'm like, I think I still might be on those shrooms from the cave.
You feel Chief there, and Chief's consciousness is present, but he doesn't speak back. He kind of mumbles something unintelligible as if he were asleep. As the animals change shape, the one that was first, that you felt was familiar, you no longer remember what they originally appeared as. They are all different animals changing shape. The one that was once a bunny speaks once more. "We found you. We need you. You've unlocked your birthright. That's what I'm told. We're waiting."
I'm like
And
looking
you-
around like,
And you wake up back into the cottage that you were assigned, the living arrangements that you were assigned in the Ague Citadel. Once more, surrounded by your party.
so I decide that I want to tell my whole party that I've acquired a sixth sense and that they're all actually dead and I see dead people.
Oh, we know.
Just kidding.
If you so choose.
Oh no!
We see
Plot
lots-
You
twist,
all-
that's where Marco was going with this all along.
Previously, once you saved Mercury, came back to the Ague Citadel, you shared a quiet but merry evening, drinking to your successes and eating, once again, fantastic food that Shun prepared in the kitchens of the Agu Citadel. The night came to a simple and quiet close. You all found a good night's full rest, and you awake in the sleeping arrangements that has been provided to you at the Agu Citadel. The scene is yours.
Are we all in the same room?
How did everybody sleep?
Better than normal. Soft bed.
It's nice not being in the air or water and finally sleeping on the ground.
It's nice not having to get chased for once.
Yeah, I slept like a baby. Vigari spooned me the whole night. It was great.
Don't tell them. That was supposed to be our secret, bestie.
Sorry. I mean, it was so cold because I had no one to cuddle with.
Yeah, nice save, I guess.
Yeah, well, I guess slept alone.
And I'll take a look at Shun.
Shun's just like reliving the memories of the night of the giant spiders. Yes, I enjoyed sleeping alone too.
Well, that's okay, Sabir. Maybe one day you and Shun will be best friends, like Vigari and I are. You know, I think it's the grass angels that really helped, so you can always try that.
No, I mean, I am just kidding, of course.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I would never want to cuddle on
No.
a cold, dark night. That would be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Just alone, freezing. It sounds pretty good.
You know, Sabir, you could have asked for someone to cuddle with in your letter.
Oh, I wasn't thinking of that. I had other thoughts in my brain. It was also daytime, so like the night didn't come, and then I was cold, and then I wrote the letter. I wrote it in the daytime where it was warm.
Speaking of letters, this might be a bit personal, but what did you guys write in yours?
Well, sister, so you saw Duggar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, what I haven't really been telling you is that, I've been kind of, like, seeing things, and I kind of wanted to, check out that, and...
Wait, and I, like, pull you to the side for a second. I, like, whisper in your ear, do you see rainbow animals, too?
I only wish, but... No,
Okay, well,
I do not.
Never mind, just
You see
pretend I
rainbow
didn't
animals.
say anything.
Hey,
I just, like, go back to the
secrets
rest.
are no fun. Unless you tell everyone.
Do not forget, I have this stick. It will tell me your secrets.
Oh god.
Yeah, we're
Don't
all
worry,
best
we got
friends
plenty
now.
of sticks to combat your one, and I, like, pull out 20 sticks.
Vigari, that's not the
We've been-
same thing.
Wouldn't you like to know? We've
Pretty sure a
named
stick
all
is
of
a
them.
stick.
With this one I carved orange into. Wouldn't you like to see what that does?
Sure. I'd love to. Show me.
You know,
And
I have.
throw it at Hazel.
Make an attack roll.
Oh
Is strength or dex?
Strength.
Then 14.
Hazel's AC is 12.
Wait. Am I proficient? Sorry.
Yeah.
Am I proficient in stick?
You are not proficient in stick throwing.
12.
12 hits. It's not enough to cause any damage.
Yeah.
But
I would like
smacks you
to.
right in the forehead.
I would like to cast Mage Hand to go and tickle Sabir when he does this to me.
Just like as doing that, just hand.
What's your spell save DC, Hazel?
14.
All right, make a Constitution saving throw, Severe.
Oh no. Constitute natural 20 for a 26.
What up? I'm
Damn
not
it.
ticklish.
I never laugh.
He's apparently not ticklish.
Sabir, who's not ticklish? That's weird.
It's I do not know. I mean, but if you would politely move your hand, or not your hand,
Fine.
thank you.
Can I make the hand then scurry away? And
Very
leave?
very much like Cousin It grabs onto Sabir a little bit, scrolls down his body down his leg and across the floor back to you.
I asked if there were any churches, Ligari.
Churches.
Yes. Or something to deal with what I've been seeing.
Well, I mean, I feel like churches are pretty publicly known. We could always just scope them out.
We also haven't had the time.
But now, we do.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but
So-
this is, I think, the first time I haven't had to run away from something or chase something else.
It is pretty great. How about you, Sean? You've been pretty quiet.
That's what I do. In my letter, I asked for someone to find me some very specific ingredients to make a wonderful homecoming meal.
What kind of ingredients? I feel like these have got to be laced in gold for you to be using a wish on something like that.
Yeah, like what are you making? Like a cake or something?
I don't want to spoil the surprise. The anticipation is almost as good as the dish itself, and once you see it, it'll be worth it. But
Sean, make a check.
sure.
You know what I'm
What kind
talking
of-
about.
What kind of check?
You know the check I'm talking about.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. 15.
Okay. Hazel, something's not adding up to Shun's story necessarily. You can't tell necessarily if he's being fully honest, but there seems to be something missing.
So that's what you wrote in your letter?
Yes. It's been a long time since I've been able to do something for myself and had the ability to do so, and I figured why not be a little selfish?
Interesting.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know, Shen. Just something just doesn't really quite add up with everything you're saying. At least to me. But hey, what do I know?
What about you? What did you ask for?
Well, I asked to find
Deflection.
touche. That is true. But I'll answer your question anyways. I asked to find a mentor because I am a wildfire druid. I think I told you guys a little bit about why I ended up here. Because I am a Kaya Druid, which is a group of female druids that we are all elves, and we pick our circle in a ritual when we turn 100. I know. Barely like a day over 50, but I'm 100 now. And so at that time, we get a mentor and we get to fully learn how to use all of our abilities. Unfortunately, being a wildfire druid is forbidden. And so I was sent out on a quest to find my own mentor because it's a very important part of being a Kaya druid. So I have to find a mentor so I can learn how to do all this cool stuff.
So, like, if you're 100, but you look this way, will you, like, turn 101 and then just instantly crumble?
Oh, look at these jeans. Come on, Sabir. Look fabulous.
It was just a
At
question.
101, I'm gonna look like I've aged today. I mean, do you see me? Look at this. Look at this red hair. I mean, come on.
I nudged Sabir. Oh my god, I just cuddled with a grandma.
I know. I was just going to say that. Granny Hazel.
No, guys, I'm young.
We could
I'm
start
an
calling you
elf.
Grandma. That makes you sound younger.
Silver fox.
Grandma, what?
Tired.
You could turn into a silver fox. You know, the druid thing.
Every wild shape is just gray.
Is that natural, or are those the berries that you farm around? Because let me tell you, if they are that red, you probably should not eat them.
Y'all are just
We joke.
hilarious.
We're just
Ah.
joking.
We tried to be funny.
You look
From time to
great
time.
for my age.
That is not in question. But, siblings, what are you going to do with your newfound freedom?
Well, hopefully be able to get strong enough in order to deal with what I have to deal with. Do any of you know of pirates?
I mean, like, in passing, I've heard about them, never really experienced anything with them.
I have one I have to deal with. And I need to assure that that I can resolve it.
Well, power in numbers. Can we help you?
Oh, for sure. I would always want your help, sister. And you, Shun. And you, Hazel.
It really felt like there wasn't going to be an Aunt Hazel there at the end.
No, I'm sorry. I'm here. Hazel and Shun and sister.
Oh, so now I'm the last one picked.
Um,
Like dodgeball all over again.
I mean, you
Shun.
need Vigari. You were picked last in dodgeball?
Look, I was
know-
a lot younger. I was like the runt of the litter, believe it or not.
It's true. You're all
I
kind of
don't
small.
believe it.
There were some tall little slave children where I came from.
Wow.
She was the tallest when she arrived at the arena. So I can only assume if we ever meet anyone, they are mountains.
Vigari is the tallest person I've ever met in my entire life. She's like a supermodel. So cool.
I don't know if I'd go with supermodel.
More of
Super
a
strength.
Superhero.
I can throw an axe around, I suppose.
Well, what about you, Fearless Runner? What are you going to do first?
Well, as much as I'd like to enjoy my freedom and travel and do the things that I've dreamed of doing since I was young, I feel like there would be an immense amount of guilt if I did that alone. I would really like to be reunited with my parents again.
Yeah, I get that.
Well,
Do you know where they are?
I have a good idea back in Alkut, but it gets complicated. I didn't leave in the greatest of terms, and so that's why I was asking for help.
I mean, when you met us, Shun, it was kind of like that wasn't the start of the chaos. It was just
Oh, I
always.
figured when you fell upon my head.
Oh, I am sorry for that.
Water under the bridge.
Yes, but either way, I will not fall upon you. Any, hopefully not in the future.
At least not on purpose.
Yeah, hey, it happens.
Vigari, I will help you with whatever you need. All you need to do is ask.
Likewise, Sabir. Likewise.
Do you really see rainbow? Like rainbow things?
I was just joking.
Oh.
Do you
Okay.
I think it's still the shrooms from the cave.
There.
Do you really see dead spirits?
Yes. Well, yes. They're my friends.
What did they tell you?
Actually, I don't ever remember speaking to them.
And how do you know they're friendly?
Oh, well, I know them. I used to know them. Well, I guess I still know them. They're my friends. They're my family. Where I come from.
But you don't know them and they don't talk to you.
No. I do know them. It's just I can't talk to them. I can bring one. I think.
You can show us right now?
I think it felt like this,
And I'll summon a ghost.
Cool.
Or an echo. And it will be a female Leonin, Celine.
Sabir, if you wanted to tell us that you found yourself a girlfriend, you could have done it in an easier way than this.
No, this is Duggar's cousin.
This is who you really wanted to spoon with, huh?
No, can you?
The female Leonin that appears before you kind of like, she doesn't have pupils. She's ghostly and ethereal, kind of like white smoke, and she kind of looks at all of you, and it's like she's present, but she's not present. Like she can't really interact per se. Like it's an echo of who she was, and she kind of just like looks at you and kind of absentmindedly like tilts her head and stuff, and just kind of looks back at you guys. She like tries to wave a little bit, but there's something there, but something missing.
Question.
Yeah.
Does she, since she's a Leonin, count as an animal?
No.
Dang it. Sorry, Sabir. I had to ask.
She's.
What?
Yeah.
Then
no.
what about me?
Not.
How do you think she's talking?
Okay.
I feel like that would make a lot of things make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I hate having to speak with animals every day to talk.
That's
to
how we're
Sophia.
so close. I just like had beast sense and just naturally found myself tethered to you.
And
You understand?
And
we understand each other.
you hear Chief speak up, like, yeah, like you're tethered to me.
Exactly. You're so cute, my little chief.
Why did you have to bring the spider?
He wanted to come along and he's so
Yeah.
cute. Look at his little eyes.
No.
Chief, do that cute thing. Do the cute thing where you make your eyes all cute and sad and no one can say no to you.
Chief's legs kind of like crawl in under himself and he gets really small and he just like tilts his head up and you see like his eyes get a little like, you can see his 8 eyes there, fully dead and black, but for the shimmering of like the light reflecting off of them.
Oh, you can't say no to that face. He's so adorable.
Come on, Shun. You know.
I think you
that's
just need
cute.
more time with him. And I like take Chief and I put him on Shun's shoulder.
No.
You just need some bonding time. You just don't understand him.
Chief is on the far edge of your shoulder and he kind of like turns around, like rotates in spot, and then he like slowly starts to crawl up your shoulder to your neck and just kind of stops halfway up.
He's just a little baby, Sean. It's okay.
At least
Give
look
it
at
a
him.
few more minutes. It'll sink in. You'll forget he's even there.
That is what
He
I don't
starts
want
to-
to happen. I don't want him to sink in.
He starts to go down like starts to cross your chest a little bit.
Sean
Just
is
exploring.
visibly sweating, remembering the times in the cave when the spiders would just crawl all over him, knowing that this is Vigari's friend, and is trying his hardest not to crush it.
Sean, you look like you're a little parched. Can I get you something to drink?
If I don't
Or I can
move,
ask them if they have a fan.
if I don't move, it is all right. Right?
I mean, if you
Yes.
do move, it's all right too. He's just a little buddy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, enough bonding time from me. Please take him, please. Please.
Okay. Well, we'll do this in small increments. In time, you'll learn to love him. I promise. And I like take Chief back.
He hops onto your hand and crawls hurriedly and excitedly up to your shoulder.
Ah, exposure therapy. Isn't that fun, Sean?
No.
Well, maybe it'll be more fun in 8, 9 times from now.
Yay.
We all have things to get used to.
And I'll grab Celine's hand with my right hand, and I'll dismiss Celine.
Disappears.
It is weird. They are all around you. All of my friends. But I'm just not seeing this. Well, ever since the battle of where there was the cannon.
So this never happened to you before that?
Not to this extent. I mean, I've seen things, such as a ghostly crocodile in the water, and which is what I wanted to talk to you about, Sabir. I mean, not Sabir. That's me, Vakari. I wanted to talk to you about it because he said his name was Sabno, and which is what I wanted to write my letter about, is to find out who this guy is. But I
Well-
do not know.
Yeah, I think all things in due time.
Yes.
Sylvia,
But he is a
Uh,
crocodile, so if you see crocodiles, don't run.
That's some pretty bad advice, but I'll cautiously prepare to run and wait to see if it's a crocodile or your friend. How's that?
Sounds good.
Sylvia, these echoes, are they just people you know?
Yeah. And I'll kind of start eyeing the room and like looking everywhere but you guys because they're all around.
Yes, they're all from my village, Sasanao.
Lucky.
But I at least these ones are. I do not know if, maybe we go to another town. There might be others. I do not know. This is all new to me.
GM, is it daytime?
It's early morning.
Do we
Somewhere
know
between like 7 and 9 a.m.
Do we know if we have free reign?
Yes, you can certainly explore the Citadel as you see fit. Is there any particular place you would like to go?
I want to get out and stretch my legs in somewhere that is not a cramped cave. Who would like to join me?
That
I
sounds
could go for
awesome.
some breakfast.
Oh, excellent. Let us see how good their cooks are, and I can shame them.
So that's why you wanted the leather.
You can. Would you like to go to the kitchen or the mess hall? The kitchen is obviously much smaller. It's more like people will be working there. The mess hall is where just the food is brought to the wardens of the Order of the Broken Horizon.
Let's go to the mess hall.
Okay.
Gotta size up the competition.
Okay.
Maybe I'll learn a thing or two.
You guys basically exit kind of like these more elite barracks. Like there's the regular barracks around, but you guys are kind of like in where the officers and more important people are kind of staying. A room was made specifically for you guys. You come out to this large courtyard. There is essentially on the far end, you see a training ground where people are training with each other, fighting, doing drills. You see some of the more senior wardens kind of yelling commands and going through training exercises with some of the younger recruits right next to the gate. Closer off, you see the forge. You see some blacksmiths working on some materials there, starting to prepare their materials for the day and heating up the forges. There is a armory slash alchemy sort of area where people get their materials for their missions into the Blightland. The main complex that enters kind of like the administrative offices and like all of that present as well off to your right. And then a little ways away you see basically the Hearthstone. That's the name of the mess hall. That's the sign that's above the mess hall. You make your way across the courtyard, enter the mess hall, and you see rows, there's about 3 rows of long tables that go all the way up and down. Kind of early-ish, so not everybody's in at the moment, but you see that there's a line forming where people are collecting kind of like simple foods, cheeses, bread, soup, eggs, things like that. And as you walk by, the majority of people kind of like, you guys got all like the congratulations and kind of notoriety the day before when you arrived, but there's still some people that are kind of like excited to see you, and they kind of like tap each other on the shoulder and like point at you guys. So you guys have gotten a little bit of popularity here.
Well, I do not see an omelet station. So,
Is that what you want to cook?
I want to eat. I want to see what they have to offer. I'm gonna go try the soup.
Yes, maybe their specialty is something beyond just omelets, so consider this a chance to expand your horizons.
I hope so.
I saw a whole pile of cheese over there, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to try every single one.
Okay, Grandma. Bring us back some Gruyere.
Yeah, remind me not to cuddle with you later.
First of all, my stomach, nothing ever goes wrong with it.
Well, we'll see.
Like, I'm looking at
Those
you.
are some pretty questionable looking cheeses. I'm like looking at some of the foreign cheese, like,
I'm looking at your con score, and your stomach can handle some good stuff. Yeah.
And also, I am not the grandpa. Did you see all those people looking at us back there? And we're like, oh my gosh, she's 100 and she looks that good. What is her skincare routine?
Yeah, you get it, Grandma. Go get that cheese.
Whatever. I'm gonna walk up and get a pile of cheese and then a little bit of bread to go with it.
I mean, it would be pretty weird for someone just off the street to be like, "Oh, that's a 100-year-old."
I don't think anybody would guess it, but what do I know?
Yeah.
You guys start to make your way to the end of the line, and
Or wolves in the.
the dogs are out training. So you know they have hunting dogs and sniffing dogs to go and follow the track of monsters, and you can hear that there are certain animals that are starting to get trained and coming out and doing their exercises outside in the courtyard. You make your way into the line behind to kind of follow up and go to all the stations to get your meals. Most people are like letting you through. They're like, "Oh, please, like go before me." And there's some soldiers that are trying to ask you about like, "Well, what was it like in there?" And like, "What did you do?" Like how did you find the cult? And how did you like what happened? How'd you save the kobold? You guys can choose to interact or not. It's your decision. How do you react to the soldiers kind of clamoring to the wardens clamoring around you guys to kind of like ask you about your adventures? How's everybody reacting to this?
Sean is hearing it and making his way toward the soup.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great. We'll kill people. It was great. Yeah. Okay.
Magari.
You guys have exotic meats, right? Why don't we grab a pile and I'll tell you all about the details.
There's like a group of like 3 or 4 of them like, "Oh yeah, for sure," and they like scatter off to like try to collect some stuff. Hazel, what are you doing?
Hazel's still a little overwhelmed, even though she's really coming out of her shell quickly. This is still totally a different experience than anything she's ever like been around, and a lot of people. So, you know, she is very flattered and very thankful, but still a little bit like overwhelmed when it comes to her having to like talk about everything.
Okay, so you're kind of shying away a little bit.
A little bit, but like very grateful for their like kind comments and everything like that.
Right.
So politely shying away.
Got you. What about you, Severe?
Exaggerating everything.
Oh, you're like in the story.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're
Yeah.
gonna split off into 2 groups: the people who are kind of shying away, and the people who are like telling the stories. So, Shun, Hazel, you guys kind of like Vagari and Sabir starting to tell the story in like, you know, in true gladiatorial fashion, just like going with like, you know, the epicness of it all. They start to kind of draw a crowd a little bit. Shun and Hazel, you guys managed to kind of skirt away a little bit, get away from the crowd and make your way to the foods. Vagari, at the end of kind of like in the middle of one of the tables, you see that the 3 soldiers that were kind of like excited, just like waving down, like we got meat, we got bacon, we got sausages.
Let them through. Let them
pork."
through. And I like part the sea of soldiers like Moses. Like let them through and bring me the meat.
Parting the red
you
meat sea.
Yes.
you part the way, and a whole crowd follows you to the table where they have the meats. Sabir, are you following?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Okay.
god. They have the meats. We have the garbies.
Oh my god. I'm dead.
Who said that? Who said that? We're catchphrasing that one.
That can be a shirt.
Bring some Hawaiian rolls and roast beef too.
But like low-key, I don't want to be known as Arby's girl. That has such horrible connotations. That's just not. That's not making a thing.
We don't get to choose the nicknames bestowed upon us.
No. I would like to rewind.
Don't worry, it's only live.
No. Well, there is a 3-second delay. We can still locate.
There's time.
Not really. We passed the 3-second window. I guess I'm stuck
My
with it.
cheeks hurt from laughing.
Good.
Missed you guys.
Good.
Sean and Hazel, you guys kind of managed to skirt past the large crowd. You still get a few stragglers that are kind of like trying to get your guys' attention, but you ignore them and make it to the line. There's simple breads and cheeses, not a big deal here. There's a stew, the kind of in between stew and gravy. You're not 100% sure. Sludge, and a thing of scrambled eggs that keeps getting refilled.
I'll spoon a bowl, grab some eggs, try to salvage what little meat there is from the fan club, and just go and sit in the corner. And just... What did they do? They burned the water. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, well. And I'll continue to eat, waiting for anyone who wants to sit.
I'll get my cheeses and bread, and then I'll go and like sit next to Shun.
It's all right. The food is serviceable. It does what it has nutrients. It definitely has nutrients. You know,
it's like
you
one
can
of
tell
those.
that for sure. Not terrible stuff, but it is kind of like just it does what it needs to.
Shun, I must say your cooking was much better than that, but But don't tell anyone I said that. That seems kind of
Oh,
rude.
I will tell everyone you said
Quietly.
that.
Make a stealth check, Hazel.
Me? Oh no!
Just a guy.
You're
Oh,
gonna have some frenemies now.
oh no! I'm gonna seem so ungrateful.
No, truly, whoever made this should feel ashamed.
I rolled a 9.
Or shunned.
Only when they learn.
Oh no! I'm always scared when Margot makes me roll things and then he's quiet after I say a low number.
You've learned the game.
Ah!
a stout and originally, like, as she helps serve you, the stout but cheerful looking woman suddenly has that frown
Aw.
that regains and just like, you think you can do better, Missy?
No. I think he can do better. I mean, no, that sounds bad. He's really good in the kitchen. It's nothing against you. It's not. It's delicious. Great cheese.
Did she speak for you?
Did you get it from the cow yourself? Did you grow your own sourdough? Please help. Shun.
Well,
I let my knives do the talking.
she kind of like crosses her hands, the ladle poking out from under her arm.
Can we hear any of this going on?
You guys are enraptured with the group around you, so you're distracted. We'll come to you in a second.
I was about to like.
Oh, Mr. Big
Escalate.
Hero thinks he's so great. Can save people from the Blightland. You can work in the kitchen too, huh?
I was only there as help. I made sure people were fed. Brought them home. I am no hero.
Why don't
But
you
I
put
am
your
a cook.
knives? Is that right? Why don't you put your knives where your mouth is?
That would be dangerous.
Backing away from a challenge?
Absolutely not.
She smiles, like moves over to the side and just kind of like opens the little, like it's not a door, it's just kind of like one of those half like saloon door things. And she kind of like opens it and just like,
Wait, Shun, before you go, can you make me some blueberry pancakes out there?
Absolutely.
Thanks, I was really in the mood for blueberry pancakes.
You got it.
Thanks.
get up to go to the kitchen. Let's get to Verdoran here. You've drawn a crowd. Tables and chairs have been pushed around together, and you're basically in the middle. This one table with like tons of the wardens around you, just like laser focused on your story. Some people have actually run out to the courtyard to go and get some more people to come in. There's more people in the room now than there was when you guys started. What are you doing? What are you saying?
I think at this point I'm still hungry. So like if there's bacon around, I'll grab like 6 strips and I'll put it in my knuckles and I'll act like a spider and start telling when we were down in the cave.
For sure.
You're just like,
So then they started touching you, and it was really disgusting. And then they webbed you, and it was
and just like slapping a soldier in the face with bacon.
like this. It felt like
no! That sounds
but worse.
horrible. Everybody else, you coward.
No, I'll eat that, and then I'll grab a couple sausages and then like fake stab a guy.
Oh, he got me. Oh, man, you're so cool.
Also eat that.
Vagari, what are you doing?
Stealing food off of people's plates.
That's good.
Bless you.
Honestly, I feel like I'm kind of entranced by Sabir right now because he's just like living in this limelight, and I don't think I've seen him like this before. So I'm probably gonna like take a step back and let him kind of like take a little bit more of the spotlight here.
Samir, make a performance check.
All right.
Every now and then I might like take a bite of some bacon that might pass through my vicinity from his waving arms.
She's like, and then like I only have like 5. I'm like, where does one go?
Don't worry about it.
Spiders have 8 legs.
14.
I only have 7.
14?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's people that are like super psyched and like just excited. You actually, there are some people that are coming up to you that like you see that there's like this one guy who has like glasses and just kind of looks like not a fighter, and he's kind of like, I got it, okay, all right, fine, and he like puts his case down, and a group of people around him are like, oh, okay, finally, yeah, and like they're opening his case, and you see there's like quills and ink pots and stuff, and so like, can you sign my shield? Can you sign my sword? Can like this is the breastplate I'm gonna use? Like I'm still in training, and like some of them have like their training swords and stuff, and they're just like asking you for your autograph. And you see the guy with glasses just kind of like, oh, like stressed out about like all his stuff all messed up.
I think Sabir back in the arena would have seen at least others sign stuff, and then he never really got the chance. So he's just like, yes!
Of course I will. I mean, you would want nothing but the best of a signature from the hero of the Blightland. Well, one of the heroes. Let's be fair. My sister.
The main hero of the Blightland! The guy who did it all himself! The leader! The boss man! The lion!
I'll just turn around to Vagari and be like, I tried, and then turn around and be like, yeah!
Carry me away.
At this point, I'm just gonna instigate, and I'm like, it's true. He did it all single-handedly. In fact, for you bringing so much happiness to everybody, bringing these quills materials, I have something special for you. And I turn to the guy with the glasses who's like obviously having an anxiety attack inside. I pull out a spear. I'm like, I wasn't going to bring this up, but there was this colossal cave rock creature that almost nearly killed me. And Sabir took this dagger and pierced it straight through its skull with his own 2 hands. And you know what? I'm going to have Sabir sign it and give it to you.
To the guy with the glasses?
Yeah.
He seems very uncomfortable and does not know how to react to this. And he's like, and you see he looks at you and he gets like a little bit red and he's kind of like, okay. And then everybody's like, Dex, you got it, Dex. And like, they're just like cheering him on. And some people are like, no, I want the golem killing dagger.
Yeah, Sabir, while you sign it, why don't you tell him all about how you miraculously and heroically saved the fearless runner barbarian Vagari? And I just like nudge you like, huh, I can't wait to hear this one.
And everybody's attention goes to you.
So, everyone was down. Only I remained.
Make a deception check.
Oh, damn it.
Deception?
Mhm.
11.
The majority of them are like enthralled and like, oh, and then some of them are just kind of like their excitement kind of dwindles a little bit, and they're kind of like,
I agree.
everyone, all of them.
Well, Chief was still up, right, Chief?
Are you? So you're corroborating the story?
Yep.
You can roll with advantage.
All right. Please.
Please.
11.
Oh my god, Sabir, I'm gonna die.
I don't know, man. Like,
Okay, everybody that was in the cave system was down. But there were other people farther ahead. Anyways, so this golem, I have never seen a creature so massive, so big, eat rocks and gems with this. You should have seen the gnashes on this thing. And it had flailing arms, and it kicked Hazel off to the side with one fell swoop. And you should have seen Shun. He dodged everything. He was quick and nimble until he was hit one time. Then he fell flat on his face. And he,
some of the heads kind of like Shun and Hazel. Shun, as you're walking to the kitchen, so you and Hazel, you're still sitting there. You notice some of the heads kind of like pop up from the crowd and like look at you guys and just, hey!
but it was quite a fight. However, even though I got the final blow, the main fighting was done by my sister. It was an advantageous chance that I had plunging the dagger deep into the golem, but it couldn't have been done if a weak spot wasn't opened up by her.
Oh no, he's being humble. He could have done it all by himself. He didn't need me. I might as well have just been face planted in the river like Shun was.
It was pretty funny.
You guys continue the story. The crowd cheers with excitement, and they hold their gasps in the moments of tension, and they just kind of like continue to cheer and get excited, and everybody's shoving decks like, yeah. Hazel, Shun gets up and follows the cheerful woman into no longer cheerful woman into the kitchen. Do you want to follow him and take your plate with him?
This episode of Tumultuous Taverns is
We do need a judge.
We can't hear you.
Hazel's speechless with
The
worry
will.
that she's insulted the lady.
Yes, I'm shocked. I don't know what to do. All those dogs outside, I was thinking about them and remembering all of my time wild shaping, and I just zoned out there for a minute. But then I'll pick up my plate and I'll follow Shun because I really want those blueberry pancakes. So
We do
Fair
need
enough.
a judge. So
And the people here, I feel like they may ask me questions if I sit here by myself, so I'm gonna vacate.
Okay. Okay. You pick up your plate, follow into the back. Shun, standard kitchen. There's a stovetop. There's the cauldron in the center. There's actually a couple of stovetops for people to be working. And the woman says, "Okay, all right. You want to work in my kitchen? You think you're good? You think you're good enough? All right, let's do this. The best. What is your dish of choice?"
I look to Hazel. Blueberry pancakes.
You've never seen fluffin' pancakes like mine. She
Oh.
cracks her knuckles.
Big talk from someone who puts cornstarch into a soup. You wouldn't know the difference between a roux and a ruin.
I'll make you eat those words, horn
And
boy.
I hope it tastes better than the breakfast outside.
Oh man. Getting heated in here. Oh.
And she kind of like just shoves a spatula to you. Let's see you work. She grabs a bowl, and there's a bowl right next to you. Go! And she grabs it, she's like starts to like put flour in, break some eggs, like grabs a whisk, and she's just like,
Shun will go grab some oats and throw them into the bowl and grab a pestle and start just mashing them up, trying to get them as fine as possible.
she grabs some sugar, sprinkles it in a little bit, grabs some cinnamon, adds it, just keeps whisking away.
Takes some sugar himself, throws it into the bowl, keeps pestling it out.
She eventually like she adds adds some milk. You see that she's kind of starting to panic. Let's do this. First check, cooking utensils check.
Okay.
What'd you roll? You have proficiency, so whatever you rolled plus your proficiency.
Okay. That's gonna be. Ooh. Proficiency is what, +2?
Yes, it should be at this
So
point. Yes.
that'll be a 12.
12. Okay. She rolled a 15 on the die. I'm going to give her proficiency as well, so she rolls a 17 total. You're pestling your stuff through. As you go to like add it to the actual batter mix, it kind of spills out a little bit on the side, like part of it, so the full flavor isn't there. And she just kind of expertly like pours it in, like adds whatever she needs to add, like the sugar and the cinnamon, and just like does like a shove, and it like flips up, and she continues to batter. So she's beating you a little bit.
I'm going to take some eggs. This is the secret ingredient. And I'm going to just crack out the whites and start fluffing them till they get to a nice soft peak. And then I'm going to fold them into my dry mix.
Okay.
Matt, can you cook for me in real life?
That is a fire cook in real life, ladies and gentlemen, if you did not know that. So.
And our Bachelor of the Week over here.
I've never seen that. I've never tried any of your stuff, Matthew.
Well, we'll have to change that.
Yeah, you've cooked for Tiff, but not me.
No. I haven't cooked for anybody, I don't think.
Yeah, you cooked for me. You made kebabs.
That's right, we made kebabs. They were okay. They were alright. It started to
No, they were
rain.
good. And I feel like you cooked another time. Did you cook another time? Or was that the only time we cooked?
I think that might have been
I thought we all cooked at the house.
Tiffany
the
had
cabin.
breakfast like a champ.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I cooked for all of y'all at the mountains.
Yeah.
Mojo Dojo Castle House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you didn't know is I was actually the one doing the barbecue when we went and ate.
Nice. She continues as well, like whisking, and then she starts like pouring it down onto like the stovetop, making like a 6 stack.
I want to make little silver dollar pancakes, like a bunch of them. But what I'm going to do is also put in just a dash of water and put a lid on it so that they just fluff up nice and tall. And so when they're ready and like they're just starting to get a little crispy on the bottom, then I'm going to flip it and do the same. So like steam it as well.
Okay. She's going to stick to her technique. She's going to grab some blueberries, because this was the challenge, right? You're both making blueberry pancakes.
Yeah.
She takes some blueberries, sticks them in, but then she's also going to take some raspberries and stick them in between. And as this stuff is cooking, she grabs like some more blueberries and strawberries and some oranges and starts pestling them into a compote. Second round of cooking utensil. I'm going to say, because of your detailed description, you're going to get advantage.
Natural
To
20.
remind myself
I'm-
always to eat. Yes,
22
before the show.
Okay, she
Right?
rolled a
I did not have
15.
dinner. Yeah.
The lid comes off, the steam releases, and you have like the perfect like ratio of like fluff to like density there. She goes to flip, and one of them you can start to see like it's the majority of that is like fairly nicely browned, but some of them are like a little bit burnt, and you can see that the blueberries were not pushed well into the batter, so they've broken and kind of like you look at it and you're like, oh, that's a little too acidy. Like that's not going to hold the sweetness that you should have. She starts to collect them, put them on a plate, and she just grabs a thing of maple syrup, adds it to her compote, mixes it up, and then starts to like place it on the 6 stack.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my silver dollars and I'm going to arrange them around the plate, and then I'm going to get my berries and I'm going to start to kind of do what I did before, muddle a few, heat them up inside of a little saucepan, and then I'm going to take the rind of a lemon and start to zest it, and then just sprinkle just a little bit of juice in there just to give it that like lemony like niceness. And then I'm going to, with the silver dollar pancakes around, put one in the center, layer, one in the center, layer, one in the center, layer. And then with the rest of like the sugar, if I have any still inside the bowl and pestle, I'm gonna try to like take some and salt bay it over like powdered sugar on the pancakes.
Okay. This is the last check. It's you one, her one. Again, excellent description and detail. You get advantage. Damn, she's rolling awesome.
Okay. 18.
16. Hazel, both plates are presented to you as the judge. And she just kind of like her confidence is wavered a little bit, and she kind of eyes you, but she still feels like, maybe I got you. Maybe I don't know. Like, we'll see. She's clearly you've shown that you know well like what you're doing.
I'll take my fork and knife, and first I'm gonna try Shun's pancakes. Nice flavor, very fluffy. There's a citrusy kind of nice flavor in there, just perfect. Not too overwhelming, but just like a party in my mouth. So that is delicious. Phenomenal. And then I'll try the other pancakes. The flavor is very nice. That is good. Couple of the pancakes are a little bit more done than I would like them to be. Kind of takes away from the flavor a little bit. But overall, these are both phenomenal pancakes. I could never make pancakes anything like either of these.
Darling.
Well, Shun, you burnt them. I was being nice. I'm gonna go back to eating Shun's pancakes. And then as she looks at me, I'm gonna start shoveling them in my mouth faster. I'm not getting any either.
Hey, Hazel, they will make your tummy hurt. Stop.
No,
Enjoy them.
my
Savor
tummy
them.
hurt.
No, savor them. They are art.
No. They're so good. I don't want to share.
Oh, as long as there is a clean plate and a happy smile. I'll look over to...
Blech. And I'll give out a loud burp.
I was hoping you were gonna throw up.
Constitution saving throw. Why not?
Oh no!
Scarfing them down like that.
I'm like, no, they're 90% air.
$11.
Shun's cooking could never harm anyone. You're good. Unless he intended it.
That's fair. I want to look over the chef. It was a very good challenge. I have not felt so invigorated in years, and you have great techniques. I'm highly impressed. I'm sorry for what I said earlier about, the like ruin thing. But that soup, never make that again.
She pulls out a notebook. Okay, so you pestle the oats. Okay.
Yes.
And she just like starts asking you about your technique, forgetting entirely about the competition, and just like the water and the putting the pan. I've never seen that done
Normally
before.
people fry it, right? And they get the nice crispy, but sometimes it burns. I like to steam it. It allows it to rise and gets nice and fluffy on the inside.
You see just like Hazel, as you're eating one of the fork, you see a fork just kind of grab, and she like tastes it and like, okay, yes, the fluffiness. All right, excellent. She just gets really excited.
I want to do that again. What's wrong with a hand?
Hazel, do not talk with your mouth full, but thank you.
Yes, that's very rude. Swallow
Sorry.
before you talk.
I wouldn't do that again, or you're gonna lose a hand. Better.
It is true. She has a finger on a chain.
Oh goodness, is that what that's from?
No,
Terrifying.
no, not eating. My first kill. It was a very sweet story. For another time.
So anyway, the true secret.
She gets back into it. Vogarians of here, you've got the crowd going, and they're just like super psyched to be hearing you all. You guys tell the story, and they're just like super excited. Is there anything that you want to do?
I think at some point I'd start acting out the deaths of like the bad guys.
What does that look like?
And they died like total idiots. Watch.
And just I'll take out a sword and I'll start mimicking fighting fighting the Ettercaps and fighting the guys that we fought outside the cave right by the cannon. And
I'll be the bad guy. No, I'll be the cultist. No, I want to be the Ettercap. No, I'll take this role. No, stab me. No, stab me.
The real question is, how do you describe the gnome?
the what?
The gnome.
The gnome?
The one from down under.
The deepest gnome?
The
You rammed him in the butt.
the one that was.
And then I put his head up that guy's ass.
They're like, oh.
Who wants to
Does
reenact
anybody want to try
that?
that out? Here, I'll take your head.
So while we're like talking about all this, I'm like, I kind of interject at a certain point. I'm like, all jokes aside, though, you know, it's all fun and games, but we did lose a really, really great guy. I think it would be worthy to toast him. I know it's early, but it can never be too early to toast a great man. And I like put my cup up to Dragit. He was very, very hard, and he definitely had some layers to peel back, but when you get to the center, he was a very hardy man who had a family and cared very deeply about his admirals. So to Dragit, we won't forget you even though you're no longer with us.
And everybody cheers to Dragit, to Dragit, to Dragit. And everybody drinks. Some of them pour some out before taking a drink. Some of the more veteran soldiers that are not necessarily at the table, they're spread out through the rest of the mess hall, and they just kind of like nod to each other or to themselves, and they all take a drink along with your cheers, and like you can see in their eyes, like, all right, they're not as young and dumb as you know. There's something to that. There's some heart to them, is what you see, kind of like the look that they give each other.
Yeah, so we all recognize, you know, some of you may know of Dragit, some of you may have heard stories, some of you may have been lucky enough to get to know him maybe on a more personal level like we did. I think that, you know, all stories aside, it's important to always strive to be like him. So whenever you're out there training, battling, make sure you're doing it with good integrity and you're fighting for what you believe in.
Everybody, like, a lot of people cheer, a lot of people like kind of take what you're saying very seriously, and they just kind of like solemnly like nod and just like, yeah, no, like that's you like, and yeah, it's just people are like admiring like the whole the honoring of a great fallen man.
We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. I never finished the story.
They
It
kind of
was
huddle and
he.
get closer.
Who destroyed the cannon. He made a heroic sacrifice for all of us.
What? And you hear like the door open again. The door's been opening and closing and stuff like that, and you just hear from the back like, yeah, you made the ultimate sacrifice so that we could all be here. And through the crowd, you see Byyyeee just kind of like standing there, just kind of like, don't forget.
I
This
look
is why
at
we all
Sabir,
fought.
I'm like, oh my god, Pudgy's here.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Byyyeee just kind of like comes in, and there's kind of like a little bit of a hush that comes over the crowd.
Didn't I kick him over the leg? I thought
No,
I
he-
hit on the boat. The reason why he fell because like I couldn't. Yeah,
He
Yeah.
survived.
he survived. He saved you guys.
I know, but like it's just fun. It's just funny in my brain to be like, the door walks in, he walks in, and you're like, didn't I kill you?
oh, are you saying that in the game?
No, because he's the one that picked us up in the goblin cart, but it's a funny visual in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of like looks around and be like, yeah. Don't forget, we all put our lives on the line. Protect the ones that are on this side of the blight. To Drajit. And to Vigari, Shun, Hazel, and Sabir. Who saved
And
one
to
of our
Pudgy.
own. And he kind of like nods at you, takes another drink. All right, everybody, get out. Leave the heroes alone. And he goes and he comes to like sit with you guys. Shun,
Oh my
Hazel, you guys are
God.
coming out of the kitchen.
Kick open the door. 2 hands full of silver dollar pancakes that me and the chef have made. Who wants pancakes? Wait, where's everybody going?
Yeah.
There, a lot of people are leaving the mess hall, but a lot of people are just kind of like getting their plates and going back to their seats and stuff like that. And you just see some people like make a persuasion check or performance, whatever your decision.
13.
Uh,
Oh wait, performance? Sorry.
or persuasion, your call.
Yeah, 13.
Okay. The group immediately around you and the chef are like, yeah, like we'll take some, and so you guys start to like share some out. And you see Byyyeee sitting with Vigari and Sabir. Hazel, you also see them.
While all this is like happening, can I get up and be like, Hazel, can I talk to you over there for a minute?
Sure, bestie.
Okay, so I like push Hazel off to the side. Hazel, I don't really know how to say this, so I'm just gonna come out and say it.
Yeah.
I think that you're really hot, and it's very obvious that guys like you. And you're
Well,
charming, and you have this aura. I'm not hitting on you, okay? I know we cuddled last night, it was great. I'm not like that. What I'm getting at, this is why I wanted to talk to you. I'm not good with words. I know that. I'm not one to look at. I know that. I'm
Well,
pretty
Gary, don't
big.
put yourself down like that.
Well,
You're a
no,
looker.
but it's true. Like, if you put us in a lineup, I'd be picked last when I'm compared to you. Like, I was picked last to dodgeball. Like, it's how the world works. Like, I don't think that I'm the most attractive. And I think I might have messed up with Pudgy back when we first met him. I think I might have maybe misjudged him a little bit. He definitely is a protector. He obviously saved all our lives, and I'm kind of looking at him in a different light, but I really don't want to mess up this second chance. So I wanted to ask, do you have advice? Like, if I talk with him, is there a way that you think I could maybe be more attractive like you?
Oh, Fagari, you are super attractive. And I think that Pudgy over there definitely finds you attractive because he was totally into you. Like, you're his type to a T. Like, on paper, girl, you're his type.
Really?
So-
Do you really think so? And I like look back to see if Pudgy's like looking over or what he's doing.
Yeah,
Make an
so you
insight
know
check.
that.
I rolled a 10.
Hard to tell. He seems to like he's kind of talking. He's sitting down with Sabir, and he's a little Sabir. How he's sitting with you and like trying to converse with you a little bit while waiting on the rest of the group. What is your affect towards him?
So,
So
how do you live?
how do I live?
Yes,
Breathing?
you. No, I get that. There must have been a lot of breath when you were falling from the air.
Right. So I actually the technique that we were taught in the monastery, when I was training, we have high dominion over high control over our body, and so you kind of manage to understand how the world around you works and how to kinetically manage your physique so that you're able to slow your descent if need be. I mean, that height would have killed me anyway, but it was lucky that I had so many branches and so many trees to hold on to. I mean, I was unconscious, but I was able to,
It definitely looks like you hit a lot of them. But, if you have control over your body, then why were you fighting us?
Well, it wasn't really a choice. I wasn't myself. Something happened. I guess I was hypnotized, controlled mentally.
The one who speaks of control over mind and body was mind controlled to use
Well,
his body.
I mean, I'm still just a student. I'm still just learning the ways that the monks have taught me. But all right, I attacked you, and you threw me from 1,000 feet in the air.
Yes, which is why I was just wondering
Call
why
it
you were
even?
alive. You were sitting here, in a chair, breathing, talking to me.
And I'll just kind of like touch him with like my dead hand, just try to see if like
You're
And he, okay. I'm still
But-
a little sore. I'm still a little sore.
but you are real, and
Yeah,
everyone can see you.
yeah. I'm here. If it weren't for the goblins that saved me, I'd probably be dead in the Blightland.
Yes, which. Thank you for picking us up. We surely would have died without you.
No, it looks like you guys had it under control.
Yes, but still. I don't trust you, Byyyeee.
Oh, we got some tension in the group.
This is great, Hazel.
I'm sorry that I attacked you guys. It wasn't. Look, the Verdoran are some very dangerous people. We're learning. That was my first encounter with them. Clearly, they have powers beyond what we understand can be done.
That is not what I'm talking about.
And I'll just look at Vagari.
And
Am I still off to the side with Hazel?
Oh yeah.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
And he kind of like looks back at you and gets like a little red, and she's like, "Yeah, I just, the thing,
Sabir, you have nothing to worry. He said he's from a monastery. They don't do the thing.
Oh, I am so sorry. My apologies. If you want to live that way, you can live that way. Love yourself.
he like looks at you, Shun, and just kind of like,
Take me out.
well, I mean,
Take me out.
Thank you.
I've heard,
Yeah.
I've heard some people just snip it right off, and that's so weird. I am so sorry for you.
That's not. Oh.
It's true.
Okay.
So what God do you pray to?
We find faith that he's just gonna start eating.
How are those pancakes?
Amazing.
I'll
just fantastic.
I'll just put one hand on his shoulder and like, I am so sorry.
You're fine. You're it. And he looks back to Vigari and just like gets a little red and just kind of like, I'm good. You're good. Everybody's good. We're good. He just keeps eating.
Now I'm deeply confused and intrigued.
Vigari,
We can talk about it later.
my only advice for you is, you know that confidence you feel when you pull out your axe, you're about to chop someone's head off?
Yeah.
You take that confidence and you use it when you go and talk to Byyyeee over there.
I don't want to chop his head off, though. I want to, make him like me.
No. The confidence you feel inside. The way you feel good about yourself.
Okay.
Channel that inner feeling when you walk over there and have that much confidence in your conversation with him.
Okay. I think I can do it. But
I know
before
you can do it.
Before we go back, though, can I just ask one favor?
Yes.
Like bestie to bestie.
course.
Yeah, can we not tell Sabir this is what we talked about? I mean, I don't necessarily want him to not know, but he's kind of like my brother, and as like a brother, I feel like he might be kind of weird about it or like overprotective. Like, I'm protective about him over a lot of things, but I feel like this is just an unspoken, like, just don't. Yeah, I think we should just leave it at the table.
I totally agree. Don't worry. My lips are sealed.
Awesome. Well, after you. And as we're walking back, like, I'm assuming like Hazel would be in front of me. I want to analyze how she's walking.
You don't have to roll for it, but if you want to, you can do an insight check
Okay.
to try.
So,
These
I mean, I
hits have
can
never
roll
lied
just
in
for
their
the sake of
life.
rolling, I guess. I rolled a 7.
You try to imitate her a little bit, but your steps are a little more clunky than hers.
Yeah.
You think you're doing a great job.
As we're walking, I just know, like, okay, confidence. I need to be confident, like, with my axe. I, like, take my axe out, and I'm, like, I have it, like, kind of off to the side, and, like, I have my, like, wrist flicked, and I'm walking, like... like, trying to be super sexy and confident back to the table.
And you're trying to entice Puggy?
I'm trying to appear as though I am confident and beautiful like Hazel. Not to say this is how I think you walk, but I'm trying to be more feminine.
Make a performance or persuasion check, I guess.
Sweet. Oh my god, I got a 21, bro. Let's go.
Puggy like is like eating, notices you walking, like gets really, really red. Samir, you notice, looks at you, makes eye contact with Samir, and just kind of like, and then just goes
like at
back
one
to
point, I
eating.
walk by a big fan, and like my hair is just like blowing. And, like...
Just the door's open, just like.
Oh, I think I dropped something. Maybe it was my axe. And I like bend over and like do the bend and snap, like.
It's so good.
He just like
This is great.
we gotta go. You have to go. I mean, you guys are making your way to Könntek Castle, right?
Yes.
To meet Kalaim? Okay. All right. And you're departing today or tomorrow, or what's the story? How long are you, what's going on?
Probably early tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, Velinor is leaving today. That's one of the reasons I'm here. Wanted to talk to you guys. wanted to say bye, say thanks, and all that. And I know that you're taking Mercury with you to Könntek. I'm probably gonna stay here with my uncle. Vigar, you sit down. He just gets like a little more red and just kind of yeah. So I've been instructed to make sure that you guys are taken care of, get everything that you need. We can't offer you any mounts, but there's money to help you guys travel and on all that. So, and you just see like you see the tension in him build as Fagari's like sitting next to him and just like, well, if you need anything, let me know, and I will be happy to help. So, good. Great. He stands up and just like walks out.
As he starts to stand up, can I like push his shoulders back down and think, you haven't even finished your pancakes yet. I think you should stay a little bit longer.
I'm still sore. I fell from 1,000 feet in the air. Yeah, okay. All right. You're
Poor
right.
thing. Well, you should probably sit here a little bit longer.
Okay.
Pancakes. From behind his head, I'm gonna
yeah.
wink at Vigari.
The pancakes are so good. He looks at Shun. Really delicious. Oh,
Yes,
I feel
and you will
myself getting better
finish
already.
Every single one of them, because if not, you'll piss off the cook back there. She did really, really well.
Yeah, Shun's a great cook, but you know who's also great? The Vigari.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Me?
Are you
That's
okay?
Puggy's knee hitting the table. He's so nervous.
Oh, honey, that's not his knee. I'm just kidding.
Wait, nothing makes sense.
I apologize. Those dogs that were out there barking earlier have now gone against my desk and were scratching behind their ears.
They run in underneath the table, like you see, like the dogs run in through the mess hall door. Underneath the table, they start disrupting stuff. There's some trainers. Hey, heel, get back here!
Take a pancake and throw it.
Firulais, Spike, get back! Dogs go after the pancake. They're climbing up on all the tables and like eating the meats, and soldiers like, "Hey, come on!"
Sabia, if you are not busy, I actually have something to talk with you outside. If you are done with your food.
Yes. No, it was delicious. I appreciate it. We can talk outside. That's fine.
I'll get up and be like,
it was so nice meeting you again, holy man.
Nice.
Yeah. Go have fun
Nice
with
meeting you
Shun
too.
Sabir. We'll be fine here. Don't worry. I'm like kind of like rushing you up. Like, okay, go talk.
Super religious, that man.
And I'm gonna be like, well, I'll just leave you two. I'll be right back. And I want to go to the kitchen and attempt to whip up more pancakes so I can go and put them on Buggyee's plates. I can't wait.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do.
I can't believe the vows he took.
Shut up, Sabir!
I want you to make just a straight intelligence check to see how you followed well enough for Shun and for the cook.
Oh shit. 5.
All right. Now you're going to make a cooking check. It's just a straight D20 because you do not have proficiency of any kind.
Okay.
At disadvantage.
Well, that's a natural 1 on my first roll, so what's the point in rolling again?
An extra hard failure with another natural 1.
Oh no.
Let's see how this night is apparently gonna go. 6.
I feel like you're gonna poison my love, and he's gonna die before anything even starts, and Sabir will get his way and win.
Puggy will become Pukey.
Vakari, you're at the table sitting next to Puggy, and you just like in your peripheral see like a giant fireball come from the kitchen. You see some people like freak out, run out the door. You see the lady like run towards the thing. You just hear, "How did she burn water?"
Do you think maybe I should check on her?
I think she's fine.
I kind of look back. I'm like, well, I guess maybe she'll call.
We'll go with Vagari and Pugy first.
So, yeah, I know this is kind of just out there. You had said, you were willing to help us out.
You're a great fighter.
Anything.
You're really cool with an axe.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I don't know either. These are good.
I'm getting red. I need to get some water. Where's
Me too.
Water? I'm like looking for water.
Yeah, no, he like there's a pitcher and he like reaches it and like comes to pull it over to pour you a drink and just spills some onto you. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. He grabs,
it's okay, it was really hot in here.
So, grabs some napkins and tries to dry you off. No, that's inappropriate. That's not okay.
It's okay as long as the bear didn't see.
Yeah, I'm happy to help you with whatever you guys need. Anything.
Yeah, I
Ever.
was just gonna ask. We're supposed to be going to the castle.
Yeah. That's a journey.
I don't really know where that is, and you seem to know your way around here. So, do you think that maybe you would be willing to go with us, and bring us to the castle?
I would love to do that. I have to talk to my uncle. I'm supposed to help out here, but I'm sure, for the heroes and like the whole job to help Mercury out and bring her back. Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe is your uncle here now?
Yeah, no, the commander club, Uncle Club, the commander, Uncle Commander, he's probably getting ready to make a counterattack and counter investigation into the Blightland and see if there's any more remnants of the Verdoran operation that you guys managed to dismantle.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe I should check on my friend Hazel over there because she seems to be blowing herself up about 20 feet away. You could go maybe check on your uncle, but before you go, and I like put my hand on his forearm. I just wanted to say that our first encounter, I was a little harsh. I really wanted to make sure that you were strong, like you led on, and I mean, you clearly saved us. You saved my life. I think that, we definitely owe you one. And I can't give you my life because I feel like that would make all of your sacrifices in vain. So I'm just saying that in efforts to repay you, I'm willing to give you the gift of procreation. Okay, I'll be right back. I get up and run to go help Hazel.
He's kind of yeah, so he just kind of he starts to smile and then you say procreation and he just kind of you get up and run to the back. Hazel, you can see Hazel off in the distance running around the kitchen. She's on fire. The kitchen is on fire. There are some people who are trying to put stuff out, but there's grease fires, and so when Hazel tries to help, it just gets worse. And you see the lady, the chef lady, chasing her with a rolling pin, I'll put you out.
Yeah, I don't think wood is gonna help, lady. And I is there a sink with one of those faucets that comes off and you can spray it at people? Or a
Not
bucket.
Quite.
Or
There's a bucket and there's some barrels with water in them.
quick, Hazel, get in this! And I like point to the bucket with water.
Okay. Ah,
No, wait, that's vodka!
no! And
Is it
that's our
really?
wrap.
I think she
Thank
just
you
died.
so much for joining Quest Accepted.
They're learning a la mode.
So is Hazel dead now?
No, she's fine.
Bombay.
Okay, cool.
Just no just no eyebrows.
We're gonna cut here. You managed to help Hazel. We're gonna cut here. Shun and Sabir, you guys step out of the mess.
That Byyyeee guy, am I right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how he has a chastity belt and he's a eunuch. I feel like one's counterintuitive.
Sabir, I was kind of just messing with him. He is not a eunuch. Well, he might be a eunuch, but as far as I know, he is not a eunuch.
I know, I was just trying to say that loud enough so Vagari could hear. Dissuade. I do not trust him.
You know, being the one he attacked inside of there, I do not trust him much either, but I also understand having your strings pulled by somebody outside of your capabilities. So maybe a little bit of grace.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But the day is not that day. Can't believe the...
Just start yelling other exaggerations about.
I didn't know all monks were just no sex.
They just spend so much time by themselves, like, no experience.
Thank you, son.
Yeah, of course. So I have this stick, and I do not particularly need it. This is not me passing it off onto you because it's like I don't want it, but it's like I've seen how many sticks you have carved, and I am highly impressed. But I feel like your efforts in the cave deserve a reward, more immediate than the letters we have written. So here, and I'm going to give Sabir the wand of conducting.
Okay.
It is yours to do with what you wish. You seem to have some kind of magical prowess, so I believe you will be able to use it.
I mean, I appreciate it, John. And here,
And I'll pull out one that says lemon on it, and just.
I made one for you.
Because they are sour.
No, it's the reverse stick we found had melon on it. So I thought if I write other fruits and vegetables on other sticks, it's like that.
Oh. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Is there a vegetable or a fruit that you want on a stick?
I tell you what. If you can find me a stick and write pears,
Okay. It will be done.
excellent.
Big stick, little stick.
Medium stick.
Fine choice.
Thank you.
An artisan of sticks, I see.
Listen, when you grow up in the wilds and up north, you have to figure out how to play, and usually the medium stick is good for me. Too big, too heavy, too little, they break easy. Medium is perfect.
They're like your first sword, or your first dagger,
Absolutely. See?
or
You
first
get it.
spear.
Or first spear.
Yeah.
See, well, you know, the spears I've never been too great at. Like, they weigh me down.
That is how I learned, but it was more along the lines of like protecting myself, not going for the attack. I learned how to use the sword much later.
Did you have a teacher?
Yes. Vagari.
No way.
She taught me everything I know.
A decent teacher.
Yes. Well, I'm still smaller than her, but if you can imagine years ago, I was a runt.
You know?
So I needed something to keep people away.
Mm-hmm. I get that. It is nice having siblings, yes?
Yes, it is. Well, yes.
So, Byyyeee, I'm going to tell you
It's a sense of safety.
Yeah, a sense of belonging and community, especially when you do not have one of your own. But I want to tell you a secret that will stay between me and you, and unfortunately not your sister.
Okay. Do I have to use the wand?
If you want.
Okay.
I'll pull out the wand of conducting and just.
Do I point it at you?
Do not point a wand unless you are prepared to use it on that person, because I do not know what it does.
Oh.
How about you point it at
Okay.
Puggy?
Is there a window
There
Oh
is
my
a
to the
window.
mess hall?
There is a window.
May I hide? And just kind of like wand of conducting over the window.
You want a wand of conductance him?
I don't know what it does.
Watch it make him even more macho and glorious.
It says the
Just
wand
like, why? Ah!
it says the
He
wand
pulled
has
on my headphones.
the wand has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expel one, creating an orchestral music by waving it around. The music can be heard out to a range of 60 feet. And when you stop, it stops.
Yeah. So
Does
there's
it
not
create
really-
does it create the sound where I point at, or does it create the sound around me?
It's
Just
up to you.
says within 60 feet.
I think because I don't know how to use it, it's going to be on me.
A beautiful and delicate orchestral music plays around you.
As soon as I hear it, I'm like, oh shit! I throw it at Shun and just like look like in the window to see if that was like enough for them to notice me, and if it is, I'll run.
Make a performance check.
16.
16. He's making his way out, and he kind of like hears the music a little bit. He's like clearly like mortified in his face, but also like kind of very excited.
Mhm.
And he's walking out, and he hears the music, and he kind of like stops for a moment, sees you in the window for like a second.
Like, oh god, no! Grab it and start chasing after him.
He just like shakes his head and walks out the door, and you see him go back to the main complex.
It makes sounds, Shun! It makes sounds!
Oh my god! There's a willow.
As Hazel is trying to like get the fire put out, one of the dogs that the people were chasing inside the mess hall goes to the back after Hazel like jumps out of the vodka, jumps into like the actual water thing, and she like sits down, and like the dogs just start licking her face.
Sorry, the dog is. I think these dogs like smell the pancake on maybe, or the like that I had. Probably the ones that Chun made, not the ones that I attempted to make. And they're probably just hungry and want to eat the pancakes.
Checks out, I guess. Hazel, you won't believe it.
What?
I think that me and Pudgy are off to a great start.
Yay! I'm so happy for you. I came
Yeah.
in here to try to make more pancakes so I could put him on his plate so that then he wouldn't leave. But I started a fire.
Yeah, I don't want to kill him, so maybe don't give him those. But I think your plan worked. I was confident, I smiled a lot, and I blinked my eyes really fast, and I told him I'd give him babies, and I'm pretty sure things are going good.
That is good. Wow. Babe.
Overly confident, just like you said.
Good job, Bagari. I'm really proud of you.
I like put my hand out to high five. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, are you feeling all right, or do you need some bandages? I think Sabir might have some extras.
Yeah, I have to get a couple of these places, but
Yeah, let's
overall,
have
I
him.
think I'm
Let's
doing
have him
okay.
help you out. I think let's just be safe. And I like walk over to where Sabir and Shun are.
They still make sounds.
Are they just gone? Like they're not even here anymore? I look out the door and like I just see them sprinting.
I mean, are you guys going somewhere?
I'm following Sabir at this point.
I'm running away from Byyyeee.
Pugie kind of sees you as confused, but he's going like he's got a mission. He's going to go to like he doesn't follow you or anything.
100%. I'm still running from him.
Okay. You see Shun and Sabir running away.
Shun, Sabir, stop! Hazel needs help. She got burnt pretty bad.
Shit!
What?
We must go back.
Oh.
Do you have extra bandages?
Of course I have extra bandages. Look at me.
Yeah, I figured you would.
I'll run back and I'll.
Okay.
Where were
Hazel.
y'all sprinting to anyway?
Nowhere?
Yes.
Definitely not away from here. Why would we leave? There's still food here.
You already ate.
Yes, but I was still hungry.
Well, then let's get you some more food after you fix up my best friend Hazel.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yes, of course.
And
But thanks,
I'll-
Sabir. I appreciate it.
Of course, no problem. Now, you need to change. I mean, how bad are these burns?
And I'll inspect Hazel. How bad would the burns be?
They're not terrible. It's kind of like so.
Like if
Actually-
the hair burns off?
So when she first comes out of like the barrel of alcohol, it's pretty gnarly. There's like second and third degree burns. By the time she makes it out into the courtyard, it's barely more than a sunburn. She's starting to naturally sort of heal, given her wildfire druid circle nature. And Hazel, you feel this. Like it does burn, it does hurt you. It definitely is an injury, and you can be hurt by fire and take damage. But having a chance to kind of like take a respite, at the very least, your body starts to naturally kind of heal from the wildfire.
Feeling a little bit better.
Apparently so. I thought it was going to be way worse than this, but you look fine. I mean,
I did too. Who knew cooking was so hard? Oof, I don't know how you do it, Sean. By the
I
way,
don't know.
thanks for the pancakes. They were awesome.
It was
Yes.
nice to cook something fun.
That was fun.
Hmm.
Anytime you need me to be the judge for any type of cooking competition you're in, you just let me know. I'm always here for you. Whether it's
Yes.
pancakes, or
Maybe we should get disguises.
cheesecake, or regular cake, or pastries, or steak, or fish. I mean, honestly, or risotto. Oh, some mushrooms and some scallops. I think I might be hungry again.
Shun is visibly smiling.
Something
Mhm.
you've not very much seen before.
Shine.
You remind me of Haldora, my little sister.
Aw. Thanks. That's so sweet.
She was very sweet. So, anytime you want me to cook, you just let me know. I will find the ingredients, and we will get on it.
I turned to Vergari a bit. Oh, he is gonna regret that decision.
As long as I'm at the table, I'm okay with it.
Fearless Owner, what are we doing for dinner?
Honestly, the world's our oyster. I don't even know what we're doing an hour from now. I just know at some point we gotta go to this castle. Oh, speaking of which, I asked Pudgy if he could escort us to the castle. I figured he probably knows where he's going and might save us some time.
That's good thinking, Vergari.
I thought so.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
Usually
where's that
castle.
steak? And I just like walk away, like.
Aren't castles usually like the tallest thing around? Wouldn't it be kind of easy to find? Just look up.
Well, maybe he like knows a way in or something.
Yes, that's pretty smart. I did not think of that.
Yeah, there's usually a lot of entry points. So
Could always climb.
I think it is more so the path getting there, because we are still in the Blight. So maybe having someone who is familiar with the area might not be a bad thing. And who knows what could happen to us along the way. And I look to Severe.
Yes. Who knows? Dangerous things afoot.
I come back with a bunch
Especially
of
when you
like
sleep.
steak. What do you mean? What do you mean dangerous things? What do you think we're gonna run into?
Vagar,
I was talking about you. You're a dangerous thing.
Vagar, did you just go into the kitchen and grab raw sticks?
Yup. Nah, I'm just like gnawing on it.
Oh, that chef is going to be so mad. Good.
Raw is the best way to eat it.
That is not true. But okay.
I prefer mine rare. But if Vergari does it, I'll do it too. And I like try to grab it and like gnaw on it.
Yes. Not for me.
It's an acquired taste.
Okay.
I've seen too many injuries
Yeah,
that look like
it
raw meat.
is.
GM, is there a lake anywhere nearby?
Not anywhere close. There's further in. There's like a special area for like most of the officers that has a sort of like reflecting pond in a smaller courtyard, but not like a large lake. There are some river. Let me pull up the map real quick for myself. There are some rivers nearby, but they're a ways away. Let me see. Where are you guys? You guys are there. Yeah, not so much a lake, but deltas and rivers that head towards the Undying Sea, miles north of you.
In that case,
There's a well.
how big is the reflecting pond?
It's pretty big. I would say probably like between 50 by 20, 50 by 30.
If you all will humor me, there is one thing we need to do before we go on any further. Meet me at the reflecting pond, and I will show you. Vagari, you are in charge of finding alcohol. Sabir, you are in Sabir, you were in charge of. Ooh, what should you be in charge of? Find the best sticks that you can that are nice and sturdy. And Hazel, I need you to do me a favor and gather some either paper or some sort of light fabric.
Okay.
Okay.
On it.
All right.
Everybody remember what you're going to collect for Shun as we go to break.
Break time. Bye bye.
Oh my gosh.
And we're back.
I
Right.
made. No, I didn't. Okay.
Okay.
I saw that
I thought I made it.
Doc Drazit redeemed a hydrate, and we have to oblige and do it on stream so everybody drinks some water.
Okie dokie.
Mine's vodka. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I do have my quest accepted cup.
Why does yours look?
Yes. Twinsies.
I did have a cherry
What are
coke
we?
in it, and I drank it
Quintuplies?
all.
Quintuplet.
Mm.
We're like.
Are
Are we
Octomom.
quintuplies?
We are quintuplets.
Tonight we are.
Hey,
Let's
hey,
go.
because we're back, baby.
We're back.
Okay.
This Thursday night, one there, 5 people, one
Does
mission.
everybody remember what everybody needed? What Sean was asking everyone to get?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna come back. You all go collect your respective items wherever it is that you need to go, and you meet at the reflecting pond. The scene is yours.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Fearless Runner, this is for you. I told you that I would teach you more about where you came from. In your school, when one of us passes on, or when one of you pass on, you honor them. Usually by putting their bodies into a boat and putting some things around them, and you set them off and you light them on fire, and it is a beautiful thing, depending on their station. And I recognized in you the pain that you felt after Drazit did what he did. So we are going to recreate this. And Shun, as he's kind of explaining this, is tying together the sticks and the canvas to make a small little boat. And I'll hand it off to Vigari. So what you're going to do is we are all going to say something. We're going to reflect on Drazit and our short time with him. Then you will set it out, and we will light it aflame.
That sounds good. Should we grab our items before starting the ceremony, or do the ceremony now? I don't know really the ordering of this.
Well, you have the alcohol, do you not?
Yeah, but I got alcohol for all of you. If I had known better, I would have gotten something that was better suited for Drazit.
Well, Fearless Runner, get going. We will wait.
Okay, I'll be right back. I just like run off.
Every glass window pane, like 2 people just walking across the street.
She really is quite terrifying when she runs, huh?
Yes, I've never seen anybody stop her in her tracks.
I wouldn't
She
want
just-
to try.
It's not fun.
Mm.
I thought it was a game. She didn't.
And you hear like some thunders from like in the background, and they just slowly get like and you just like look, and I'm just like running, and I have like a bottle that's like sloshing alcohol out as I'm running. Okay, I got what I needed.
Okay. Then you begin. Share your feelings. Take a drink. And pass it on to the next.
Okay, well, I know all of us have different tastes, and I don't think that the alcohol I got the first round should go to waste. So, I'll just pass out what I got. And so, Sabir, I figured you like citrus, right? I got you kind of it's like a light, like a blue moon kind of, but like a citrusy light beer.
Okay.
Hazel, I figured you're so delicate and fruity and nice. I got you. The bartender said it was called a Washington apple. I don't know. I've never personally had one, but he said they're really good and all the girls like them. So here you go. And
Sounds delicious.
Sean,
Thanks.
Oh yeah, you'll have to let me know how it is, but I don't know if I want it. It smelled really, really sugary. And Shun, for you, I got a really nice, dark, hearty stout. I figured that would be fitting. You seem like a stout, hearty guy. And for me, I'm just gonna stick to vodka, and I just have like straight vodka. This is more ominous. Like Jay's just gonna pop out of the water like swamp monster. Okay, so
The real
You
Slim
thought
Shady.
you could leave me there.
you thought you could get rid of me that easy.
Comes out
just starts throwing my spear.
So Dragent's obviously not here to say his piece or provide any last words, but I think that his actions speak higher than anything he could have said to us in person. And so let his actions speak louder than his truths. And I just like pour out his rum that I got him. It was like a rum drink. It's not straight rum. I like mixed it with pineapple juice just so it's like not totally horrid.
Sounds like a drink for me.
Yeah. As far as, you know, what I have to say, I don't feel like there is enough to say. I feel like, you know, I kind of went into the gist of it when we were back in the hall with all the guys, and that was fun. And I don't know, I just think that all we can really do at this point is to honor his memory and move forward and try to be personable and strong like he intended us to be. And I know we had our conflicts, particularly after the crash, but I think he just had a lot of expectations. He saw a lot of potential, and I didn't see it at the time, but he had all the good intentions in the world, and it's a shame that he passed in such an abrupt way. But moving forward, like I said, we won't forget, and we'll speak of him for as long as we live. And I drank my vodka and kind of like nod to Sabir.
I'm not back.
He didn't have to take us when he did. When we ran. All of us. You, Sean, me, but he did. And I could never thank him enough for that. He gave us a chance at this. At least what freedom we feel now. And I appreciate it. Yes, he was an asshole and we almost fought. For good reason. But he did end up saving us. And I'm sure with whatever happens, we will see him again. I know that now. Cheers.
And I'll nod at Hazel.
Well, it's no secret. Dragent and I didn't always see eye to eye. But at the end of the day, he was a truly, truly great man and a great fighter who sacrificed a lot. And I think he has a lot of honor. So now, you know, I see him in a very, very different light than I did when I first met him. So I'll just look at Sean.
Growing up on boats, captains go down with the ships. Not only did he have his ship go down, but he also helped lead us out. Not just out of that cave and out of that intense situation, but... well, we're all kind of runaways, are we not? And he brought us together. Like Sabir said, out of the kindness of his heart. And like Hazel, you said, we did not always see eye to eye, and we literally almost fought. And like you said, Vigari, we should honor him moving forward. And not let that sacrifice be in vain. So, with this tiny little boat, let it serve as some kind of appeasement to the gods of the seasons, guys. Let it ferry him on, so that we can see him again. And I'll look to Vigari. Now, you set the boat in the water, light it on fire, and we watch.
Well, I guess I can do the honors. And I, take the boat and I put it in the water by the shore. And I light it. I think maybe we should all push off together.
Sure.
So, I put one hand on the boat. And I wait for you guys to put an arm as well. And in solidarity, I count to 3 and we lightly push the boat off. And at this point, I'm just gonna lightly tap Shun on the shoulder and just go, "Thanks a lot. This means a lot more to me than I think you realize."
I get what it is like to want to know where you come from.
Well, I appreciate it.
Anytime.
As you push the boat forward in the reflecting pond and stand back up and kind of take in the sight of the small boat aflame, you notice that through some of the columns of the reflecting pond and in the windows of the second story around you, you see that there are not a lot, but dotted in the windows are some officers and other soldiers that are kind of they're taking their hats off and just kind of standing there solemnly observing you guys and giving you privacy, but just kind of paying tribute to Drajit. You all get a few kind of nods, and they just take their second and they move away so that the 4 of you remain alone. That's kind of an unspoken understanding amongst all of them. There was a service previously that this was something that was of more value to those who were alongside him in his last moments. And the boat continues, and stand there for as long as you like.
GM will also pass, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but no one cares about him.
That's right, Vigari. No one cares.
And so
Hazel, would you like to say a couple words about Will?
I guess, even though he irritated me with hitting on me, he still was also...
Charlie's the one that hit on you.
Okay,
Will was the liar.
I don't remember Will very well then.
That's
Will's the
even better.
liar that messed with...
Hazel,
sorry.
The other one.
Oh, my bad, guys. My bad. Oh, was he the one with the leg and I made it feel like fire? I don't really have anything to say about him.
Yeah, well,
Maybe somebody else can take the floor? I'll speak on Charlie.
Charlie's alive.
Not dead yet. He probably will be very soon, but...
Oh my gosh. Charlie, I have been confusing them since the moment I'm sorry. It's all about Drajit, and I just keep mixing those two up the entire time. Will, Charlie.
It's okay. Yeah,
So
Sorry
confusing.
that he is gone, I guess.
They're both just unbearable. I think that's why I keep confusing.
Yeah, somebody will miss him.
Oh, yes, somebody will. Somebody will.
Yeah.
So, I honor that.
Yes.
He was also brave,
He was a child once,
I think.
not a liar.
Because,
Let us remember the good in him, yeah?
yes, I agree. We should not speak illy of him because,
Yes.
whatever. Because
This is
he's
rough.
not here anymore.
In truth, something
He
he never
killed.
did. He was he, he, he was an okay man.
I cannot lie,
Good.
unlike him. He was okay on the boat for like a few days.
Mm. Yes.
Yes. So, anywho, typically at this
Too bad.
point, after the boat is burned, your people will either rouse around and have a feast, or they will sit in contemplation. It depends on really who they are, how close they were. But yes, this is the gist of it.
Truly beautiful.
You make your way back to the main area. You know that Velinor and Club are, kind of expecting you to send you on your way. If you guys leave today, if you guys leave tomorrow, it's up to you. But Velinor is leaving today.
Before we go back, I want to go over and give Byyyeee a hug after all of this.
Aww. Thanks, Hazel.
I'm here for you.
I know, you always are. And I know Charlie and Will were weirdos, but they at least saw the good in you like I do, so they can't all be that bad. They have good taste.
Thanks.
So, should we go see the old man and... Was it Club? Is that guy related to Byyyeee? Oh. Nepotism. Great.
Yeah, it's like everything we learn about this guy, he just becomes worse and worse.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think he's that bad, He's gonna go to the castle with us. He saved us. I feel like you should just give him a chance, Sabir.
I mean, you're right. It was mainly the goblins that saved us. The punk goblins. What a
Yeah,
weird creature.
but they wouldn't have known to save us if Byyyeee wasn't there.
Yes.
So, when you think about it, and he withstood that fall, seems like he's maybe a pretty good fighter.
Mm-hmm. And he knew exactly where we were.
I did not think about that. Oh.
Almost like
Maybe he
had
was tracking
intel.
us or something.
Maybe he's the bad guy and we should
Maybe
kill
he
him.
was tracking you.
Well, I don't know about all that. To be fair, he was one of Trajan's close companions. I'm sure they have survival skills where they can reconvene if they get split up. I mean, you did push him off a 1,000-foot ledge, Sabir. I think we should give him a little bit of grace.
To be fair, he was
He fell
punching
from
the shit
grace,
out
yes.
of me.
He did fall from grace. You're right, Sabir. Well, I guess we should go onward.
And beaten with an ugly stick all the way down. There was a lot of trees there.
Hazel, do you know where we are supposed to meet everyone?
Hazel, you would know the main kind of like gathering area is the war room. It's on the tower. It's like in the tower that's separate from the complex.
Yeah, I know where the war room is, so they'll probably be in there. We should probably go in there.
Why don't you lead the way?
All right, if you insist.
You all walk into the main building proper. You go up some stairs. Come out this door. You cross this roofed bridge that leads to like a sort of separate tower. Pass down this hall, and you enter this room where Club and Velenor and Byyyeee are present, and Mercury. And Velenor has like some bags and stuff. It's like, excellent. Well, thought I'd be leaving without seeing all of you. Your letters has been sent to Könntek. Kalame will be expecting you in a few weeks. Mercury will be joining you, and young Byyyeee here has mentioned that he has taken an interest to join you on your journey. Byyyeee kind of like looks at all of you, looks at Vagari, then back at all of you, and kind of gets like a little red. And you see Commander Club standing at the head of the table. You know, broad shoulders, got a hat that kind of like you can't really see his eyes. Looks like an admiral's hat. Yes, I'm supposed to be serving a tour here, doing explorations into the Blightland, but says that your needs are greater. So you're going to take him with you, are you?
Well, we also do not know where we are going. And
Seems like the most safe and efficient route, given us kind of just going on a trek independently kind of led us to the chaos that ensued over the past couple of weeks. It just seems like the safest option.
We don't want to walk into a trap or an ambush.
who knows what could happen out there?
Whoever you want, make a persuasion check with advantage. Up to you guys.
I won't.
Okay, well, I'll roll. 13.
You rolled with advantage?
Yeah. It was pretty rough.
He looks at Byyyeee and just kind of, well, he did mention that given that you dismantled the Verdoran operation there, you might have a target on your back a bit, and seeing as you'll be escorting Mercury to the castle, who does know the way, by the way, looks at Byyyeee. Perhaps a bit extra security is not out of place. The least I can do to send my nephew to make sure that you all make it there safely as well. If as long as he comes back straight away. And he just kind of like nods and gives him a little like sly smirk and okay.
Well, we appreciate the generosity in letting him come along with us. I think, to your point, it'll give us a lot of added security. And I just look at Hazel like...
I see. Very well. And when did you all plan on departing?
I'll look to everybody else.
How long is the journey?
It's a few weeks. And especially if you don't have... Unfortunately, we can't provide any transportation ourselves. You'll be on foot. So I do apologize for that, but giving one of our precious resources up is already a lot that we can provide. You'll have some gold to make your way there, but it'll take you a bit.
it's a couple weeks, I don't think it matters if we start today or we start tomorrow.
Valinor kind of chirps up. Well, that is true, and it would give Kalaim and those at Könntek a bit more time to work on your requests. Presumably, I guess one day is plenty of research to be done, depending on what your requests were. So, I don't see the harm in them taking an extra day for respite, right, Club? As long as you need.
I mean, unless you guys would like to go tonight or today.
I think it would be better if we start early in the morning to try and travel the most time by daylight before.
I agree.
It would be nice to sleep in an actual bed. At least one more night.
Very well. What we can do is also accommodate some traveling supplies, rations to eat, and ensure that you're all properly armed from the armory. So, probably give you some extra supplies for the journey. Well, Mercury, that works for you? She kind of like, small little kobold. You can barely see like her snout over the table. She kind of like, yeah, that's fine.
Ew, that's her voice. I'm
She's a
sorry.
kobold.
That was not a character.
Did Vagari say that?
You know what? Why not? I'm sorry, it just slipped.
Amongst my people, I sound very feminine and appealing.
Well, who am I to judge, right?
Yeah, Gigantor.
Okay, you don't have to be mean about it.
Well, you were mean first.
Ladies, we're all friends here. You both have beautiful voices, and you're both wonderfully feminine.
Yes, I am. It's good to have you back, Hazel. I missed you.
Oh, I missed you too. I'm so glad you're safe. I was so worried about you.
Thank you.
I'll go over and give Mercury a hug.
There it is.
She like reaches up, puts her hands around her waist, and just kind of like presses up against you a little bit. So, do you guys want to hang out for a bit? Tell me who your new friends are?
Yeah, of course.
Byyyeee just kind of like, well, yeah, we should probably get to know each other if we're going to be traveling together for a few weeks, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
what are
I
our
mean-
strengths, what are our weaknesses.
That'd be our.
Our deepest, darkest
Y'all can
secrets.
stay over in our little sleeping area tonight if you want to, so we can all get used to just hanging out together and like all that kind of stuff.
You know
I like a
what?
Vigar.
Hazel, that is a great idea because Sabir was just looking for somebody to cuddle. Byyyeee.
Yeah, so I'll be cuddling Hazel because Hazel is basically my best friend. I just look at Mercury like,
Yeah, Byyyeee. I'm so cold at night.
This is not going the way I'll like whisper to Sean like, this is not the way I thought it was gonna go.
Listen, this is the best way it is ever gonna go.
And we can play the game of who stays awake the longest.
That is a very fun one.
That is a great way to rest before our journey.
Well,
I'm, I don't know, like the monks. We we sleep on the floor. You know, we don't really sleep in beds. In my training, we just kind of like, you know, roll a mat out and you know, just kind of like.
Oh, you were lucky enough to have a mat. That is wonderful.
Yeah, just not super big on the cuddling, you know, just with
What? A Leonin?
people, I guess.
People.
I just, you know, allergies and I
So you're not the cat guy.
Not really. No.
Hmm.
No.
Well, that is fine because he is a Leonin. We already figured this out a long time ago.
Well, technically, I'm half and half. It's like the best of both worlds.
Yeah, so yeah, you know, just
This is new to me.
I gotta
Oh,
stay
sorry.
on the ground.
We can talk about it.
But you know, maybe I can try it, and we can, you know, rotate. And he kind of looks at Vagari and just kind of like, you know, yeah, I'm down to get to know my traveling companions.
I look to Commander Club to see how he's taking all this. Because we're still in the same room.
Yeah, you are still in the same room. Club is like kind of disappointed and like uncomfortable, and he's looking at Velinor, and Velinor's like mouthing some words to him, and he's just like, and he catches your eye, and then just like, I'm sure your sleeping arrangements can be decided elsewhere.
You are totally correct.
You may depart now, thank you.
Yes, as sufficiently uncomfortable as this has gotten, I think I need a drink now. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate all your support in our journey.
Fantastic. Swing by the treasury to pick up your money for travel, and we'll have someone send you to all the supplies to your room.
Perfect.
Great. Thank you. Out.
Got it. I just like start walking out.
You guys are walking out, and Mercury, she like walks up, following you guys, and reaches up to grab Hazel's hand, holding Hazel's hand.
I'm gonna hold Mercury's hand.
Am I behind them and I like see this?
You said that you were the first. You were the first one to say that you were walking out, so you know they're behind you.
Okay, so I don't see anything.
No, but I mean, if you turn back at some point, you see them holding hands,
Ew.
and she just sticks her tongue out at you.
This is so good.
He just kicks a Kolba. Just ew.
Artificer.
She's a nerd, man. She's got like glasses. She's like, yeah, that's right.
Easier target.
We were friends first. We were friends first. There you go. That's better.
Ew. I can see why she picked new ones.
Oh shit.
She risked her life to come into the Blightland to save me.
Yeah, I saw how that worked out for you. She almost left you.
Did she?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember how that worked out because
Hazel Loki, like at one point, just started leaving Mercury. Like, bye.
Hazel teleported Vagari and Sabhir onto the truck. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used your wildfire spirit to teleport them. That's right.
And I just turned to her. You know, I wasn't gonna say anything, but if you're gonna dish it, be prepared to take it, bitch. And I just like turn around and keep walking.
She's not very nice.
You warm up to her. She really likes Grass Angel.
Yeah, somebody with that mind in them probably would like something like Grass Angels, huh?
I mean, Grass Angels are fun. You gotta just live in the moment, you know? It's not all about sex. I mean, that's important. But you gotta just enjoy nature, you know? Are you jealous because we never made Grass Angels?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you should have just said so. Oh my grass angels. Come on, let's go.
She gets like
Hazel,
excited.
I like stop and turn around. That's our thing.
Bakari, do you want to come with us? We
With
can all
that?
three make grass angels.
I think we need a new thing. I'll think about it. I'll get back to you. And I just turn around and I keep walking.
Okay, Mercury. I think we might need to pass on the grass angels. I don't want to make Bakari mad.
Her ears and like her tail that was like upright in excitement just kind of like droops down and just kind of.
We'll find something new and exciting to do besides grass angels. I promise.
Does she? Is she this way with everybody that she meets for the first time?
Basically.
Yeah, she's. You know, you should ask Sean about it, really. I mean, what I heard, they seem to have a weird start. Because I first met them, felt a little passive aggressive between the two of them. But don't worry, I talked Shun's ears off until, now, barely get the guy to shut up. But, for a while, he just really wouldn't say anything.
You shut in
But,
severe.
you know.
You guys are behind them too. You hear all this.
Really?
And she like looks back at Shun.
Just
Yeah, Shun's very friendly. Right, Shun?
yes, friendly.
See, man of many, many words. That's why we get along so well.
She like looks back at Shun, smiles, look at you, smiles, and then looks back at like Subhir.
Sabir's great too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool. Well, 3 out of 4 is good.
but you'll warm up to Bakari, don't worry. Just give her a little bit of time.
All right.
It's rough around the edges, but that's just because the arena made her so.
I guess I never considered that.
It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah,
Well,
you might just have to be nice to her first.
I had a tough time as well, but when Kaleem took me in and I was able to study at the harp, I grew to have a family as well. You'll meet some of them. Maybe.
I would love that.
Yeah. So, like, we all found our families.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Speaking of that, Shun, do you want to cap the night off by, I don't know, maybe going fishing?
Yes. Yes, I would.
If you catch something
you
good, do you want to cook it?
Well,
Absolutely.
if he only catches one.
Like I said,
If he only catches one, we all share.
one cast, many fish.
Well, try to do it again.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Fishing pole or spear?
Fishing pole.
Okay.
And I'll try walking the town to go find 2 fishing poles.
You have access to stuff here, and I mean, you can go into the town if you want, but the better supplies are in the Citadel.
Okay, then I'll kick open up a door where the supplies are, and like
I'm robbing the place.
Oh, dude.
For fishing poles.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Okay. But you check the just right. The Lion Man to that.
A hero of Blythesman.
Hero HIRO Light. Oh, very funny. fucking. You walk away. Do you guys want to RP your fishing trip? Because you have to go a bit of ways to get to the river.
Go to the reflecting pond. I do not think there are any fish in here. Just a burnt boat.
Well, we can always try, can't we?
Sure. Let us go.
Koi. There's no. You can see in the reflecting pond. There's nothing there.
They are not worth it. No fight in them. Look at their eyes. They are dead. Okay. Let us go.
That is us.
That is sad.
That is our reflections.
Oh. Oops. I guess I let the quiet parts out loud.
Jesus.
Let's go. Let us go find an actual place to fish.
Yeah, let us go.
Yeah, we'll unpack that later.
Let us not. So, who taught you how to fish?
My dad. Who taught you?
My father.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. I only fished off a pier.
Oh. Pier fishing is great. You usually get like the ones kind of like the koi out there. But I have been open water fishing. So, peak.
Man, I cannot do that. I have to be grounded.
You cannot do it yet.
It terrifies me. I've done it, obviously. But it still terrifies me.
What about the water?
That's the terrifying part.
Bad experience or just the vastness?
The vastness. The endlessness. You do not know how far it goes down. You do not know what's in there. What's hunting you. What sees you.
This is true.
It is a whole nother world.
You want to hear a story?
I'd love to hear a story.
My father, one night when he was out doing a night fishing trip, he told me of lights that he could see from deep beneath the ocean waves. And he told me that when he looked over the boat, he could see a city, and that there were people, and that there were not just fish, but like fishmen. And when he came back and told people, they thought he was crazy. Until one day, when a body washed up on the shores. So, not to add to your fear, but to perhaps acknowledge that while it may be vast and who knows what is under there, maybe there are people like us who think and feel and grow and interact and rule the seas under rather than on top.
If we were to catch one of them, now that would be something.
That would be a great story to tell.
Yes. Yes, it would.
No. I would assume that this happens during that time, and I would go ahead and cast.
Sure. Both of you roll to fish. You're both proficient in fishing supplies, so just add your modifier.
Modifier for
Your proficiency modifier.
17.
I got a hot 9.
So you're a little more upstream. You catch this really great salmon. Really, really fantastic. Barely looks blighted. Shun, you catch one just as big, but definitely looks like it has razor teeth and like a much more blighted fish. Not so much like the bear that you guys killed had some meat to eat off of. This fish does not have a whole lot that's that you would consider edible.
We will use the teeth.
We
What did you
should kill
get?
this land and get rid of that.
We should burn everything here. Yes.
Burn the water.
I'm sure you could. Okay. I'll just start pulling the teeth and toss it back out.
Cool. You guys cast for a little more. Go ahead and do a second roll. Just to see how the rest of it goes.
Another 17.
14.
The hull starts to look a little more hardy. You get a variety of fish, some species that are look a little weird from the Blightland, but good enough to take back to the Citadel and to have a nice little fry. Vagari, Hazel, what are you guys doing?
I guess I'm just hanging out still with Mercury.
Our best
And-
friend.
Bagari, if she's willing to hang out with us.
So I guess while they're off fishing, do you guys want to go get drinks or shop, or seems like the night's young enough? A lot of places are still open.
Sure, let's go grab some drinks. We can talk more, get to know each other better.
Yeah,
Boy.
that sounds awesome.
As like Subhir and Shun go off one way, and then Vagari and Hazel and Mercury go off another way, Fugi is just kind of like, I got to train. So you got. I'll see you guys. I'll see y'all later. Cool. Great.
Train.
Awesome.
Well, do you need a training partner?
Maybe.
Well, how about this? We train together, but we make things more interesting. Hazel, why don't I catch up with you and Mercury later?
That's totally fine.
And no grass angels.
No grass angels. I promise.
Okay, cool. Pinky promise. Okay,
Pinky
see ya,
promise.
bestie.
Holy
Bye, Mercury.
crap. Did you see how big her pinky was?
It's like a giant sausage.
Being friends with her
Okay.
is great.
Don't worry. I got some cool stuff that we can do.
Being friends with you
Dude,
is
she
great
sounds
too.
so lame. I got some cool stuff that we can do.
Damn.
Let me welcome you into the world of alchemy.
Oh,
And-
she's a magic geek. Have fun with that, Hazel. I'm sorry, I'm not here anymore. I'm with Pudgy on my date.
You know how to make grass angels? How would you like to see angels?
Oh my god.
She opens her case and like her chemistry set and everything, and like all the fumes and hoods, and just like
Whatever you want to get drinks, I can make them.
we'll go with Vagari and well, no, let's go with Hazel and Mercury first. So you guys are gonna go get drinks?
Yeah.
All right. We'll go to a bar, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you some good drinks. What do you like?
I like sweet things.
All right, cool.
You guys make your way into town, into one of the bars. The bartender kind of recognizes you and just like excited and lets you in. There's a group of people there. You start to get a little bit like some attention from some of the patrons there, kind of like eyeing you and stuff. So, you know, they're kind of gazing at you. Nobody's really paying attention to Mercury, and she gets a little like downtrodden a little bit and just kind of like, yeah, I don't really get attention even from my kind.
Oh, don't say that. Pick that head up, hold it high, and exude confidence.
And she like puts her hands on her hips, and like some of her like vials and bags and stuff kind of falls, and she's like, oh no, and she like kicks one, like, and just like kicks the same vial that she's trying to catch, leaving behind a trail of stuff.
My glasses! I've lost my glasses!
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
You're not there.
What a nerd.
I know, I just get all of it. She makes it so easy.
You were a bully, weren't you?
No. I kept it all internal. That's why it all projects now through roleplay. They're all things I wish I would have said in real life, but I didn't.
Playing D&D. What a nerd.
Playing D&D and being a chemist. Like, an alchemist is the closest thing that you can be, and you're literally a chemist.
Yeah, I know. It's
Vygari,
I just don't like her.
Mirror.
There's a fine line between love and hate, okay?
So she like gets behind the bar once she collects all her things. Like, you said sweet?
Yes, please.
I got you. This passion fruit extract. It is powerful.
Ooh.
And what's your drink of choice? Gin, vodka?
Let's go with vodka.
Vodka.
She like starts to like makes like grabs some stuff from her kit, goes behind the bar and ruffles around. The bartender is kind of like letting you guys do your thing, not really paying attention. Kind of like, well, they're the heroes, it's fine. She like starts to make some stuff. I'm gonna roll for her with her alchemist supplies. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, she rolled a natural 17. So now,
Final part. What's your go-to effect?
Go to effect.
Do you want to like body relax? Do you want to like see visions? Do you want to explore the spiritual universe? You want to just like relax? Do you want to get super excited and crazy?
Well, I think I'm super excited and crazy normally, so I don't think we should add any of that to me. I think I might become a little bit unbearable if you did that.
I got just the thing.
so she makes some stuff, and she's like, all right. She hands you a cup.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Where's the dare line when you leave?
Very good.
Where's the what?
Where's the dare line when you need them?
You are the dare lion. He's fishing.
This is the best stuff, and we're gonna have a great time.
It's
the first thing
Eyes just.
the first thing that you feel, make a Constitution saving throw. Actually,
Vygari, we missed you. We're having such a great time.
That is a 21.
21. All right. The effect takes a lot longer to hit you. The natural wildfire spirit within you works well against like toxins and poisons and things like that, which is essentially what like alcohol and different things are. She's like, all right, follow me. So she pulls you out. You guys make it back to the top of the hill, and you can see off in the distance the sun starting to go down. In the sunset, the sky turns a cotton candy pink, dotted with like, or supplanted with violet and lavender colored clouds. It's a regular normal sunset that you would be experiencing, but as the sun continues to go down and the effect starts to take place, the first thing that you feel is kind of like a little bit of a tingly sort of feeling, like in your tongue and jaw, very small sort of tingly feeling. It's not very prevalent. And then you feel like your body immediately start to relax a little bit. Your shoulders that, like, even though they weren't up high, they kind of like relax a little more, and you kind of dig down deeper into like your seat, looking out at the horizon, and you see kind of like this small rippling effect within the clouds themselves, and you start to get like these little dots of small flames start to appear. At first just orange and red around you, but then blue, purple, and green. And you see these tiny flames as if candles without the actual wick and wax were a light all around you. She's like, I call this the light show.
Ah.
And you feel like relaxed, and the flames start to kind of dance and vortex around you all, kind of creating a sort of rainbow of light. You sit deeper and you kind of relax, and you look up to the sky, and you see the clouds slowly passing by as the sun starts to go down. The stars lighting up behind you, behind the clouds. And as the lights go down, you kind of get this clearer view of the sky, and you can see the concentration of stars that make up the galaxy's spiral, and it starts to kind of rotate a little bit as the hours go by, and it feels just like a moment of pure relaxation. The flames slowly dancing around, and you guys just kind of sit there and chill, and she kind of like, so you left your home?
Yeah, I left my phone. Left my phone. Ooh, I am relaxed.
It's working.
I left my home to find a mentor.
I didn't have a home, really, that I can remember.
When did you get here?
Well, I grew up in the sewers of Alado when Kalem found me, and he made sure that he saw that I had a gift for alchemy and for potions and stuff, and called in a few favors, and I got to be trained at the harp in Zimnis. I was on my way back to Kalem when, you know, in the caravan, when you showed up. I go back and forth sometimes, but he's been really great to me.
Well, good. I'm glad he's been good to you.
It's good to find a good mentor. So what are you looking to learn?
How to be a wildfire druid.
Is it hard?
So far, it's been kind of hard because I didn't know anything about being a wildfire druid, because we're not supposed to be wildfire druids when you're in Kaya, like a member of Kaya. So they don't ever tell you anything. So it was kind of tricky learning how to do some stuff. And I feel like I'm still learning more every day.
That sounds hard.
Yeah, but I have some cool friends that I've been traveling with, and they make it easier. So, because they don't look at me really funny or anything when I do weird things. I mean, there was the one time that I did, it turned into a wolf, and they didn't realize I was going to turn into a wolf, and that was a little bit awkward. Now I've realized I should probably clarify when I'm going to turn into a wolf. 'Cause, you know,
She
I
kind
don't
of like
always expect that.
she kind of like sits up, like you're both laying down head to head, kind of looking up at the sky, and she kind of like sits up, turns to you. You can turn into animals?
Oh, yeah, no. See, these are one of those times it's very important to clarify. Yes, I can.
What else can you turn into?
Pretty much just animals right now. And then, like, I have this other thing I can do too, which was like what I did in order to get Vagari and Severe, you know, on the little wagon.
The fire thing.
Yeah. But that's the one, like, I don't know as much about, that I'm still learning about.
So that's what a wildfire druid does.
As far as I can tell, it seems to be what I do, but I don't know. I guess I'll have to, when I find a mentor one day, and I'm sure I will. I know there are lots and lots of wildfire druids out there, that hopefully they can explain to me what all I can do with this power.
She lays back down, looking back at the sky, and she's like, how do you know there's a lot of wildfire druids out there?
I feel like I have a connection to them. Not in like a way of where I know where they are or what they're doing or anything like that. I just feel like I'm not alone.
Learning magic for me is really straightforward. You know, 1 step and 2 steps, and then you create a potion or something. But having a sort of feeling or connection, I don't know what that's like at all.
Well, I don't know what it's like for it to come so naturally to you.
Just makes
So-
sense. You know, it's like a recipe, but understand all the things that are happening as well when you see how certain things react with each other.
I guess that makes sense.
And before you know it, it starts to get late at night, and the effects start to wear off a little bit. The dancing flames that are around you start to disappear, and she sits up and just, that was a really cool light show. Thanks for doing that for us.
That was awesome. So, thanks so much for spending the evening with me. I missed you so much.
I missed you too. She gives you a hug.
Going back to a few hours before sunset, Vagari, you and Byyyeee. And he just like, all right.
All right, so you have to train. And I like pull out my great axe. We go 1 round. Whoever succeeds is obviously the winner. So by default, if you are submitted or hurt or what have you, if I win, I get to ask you anything that I want. And if you win, same goes for you.
He kind of relaxes a little bit, cracks his neck, and just kind of like brings his fists up. Go. Roll initiative.
Well, that stinks.
Let's go.
I got
What'd you
a
roll?
5.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Byyyeee rolled a 22. Alright.
He's ready.
Oh, he's so ready. I'm gonna fight.
That's hot.
That's hot, bro.
God, he's
He's so
what is it?
incentivized.
When you were like on one
Beauty's
condition,
so hot right now.
part of me thought you were gonna be like, we do it naked.
We got a whole arc to go through. I can't be giving the goodies up right now. It's our first night. We already got to play it hard.
Why is this taking so long?
Hard to get. Hard to get.
Okay.
Got one thing on the brain.
Training.
We definitely trained. Yes, that's exactly what we did all night. That's what we did. We trained.
You what?
Can you hear the music?
No.
No.
I cannot.
Training for procreation.
Why isn't it working? Hold on.
So what kind of protection did you use? I had my armor on.
I had my
Yeah,
Sorry.
I had on my armor.
Oh shit. Okay, here we go.
The fuck's a condom?
Oh, here we go.
All right. He goes first. He closes the gap with you. He's gonna try to like just land a hit right on your rib cage. Oh yeah, that's 16 plus. He's doing an unarmed strike. Dirty 20 to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
Like those.
He is going to expend a key point for flurry of blows.
Steve.
So first, unarmed strike is 1d4. He's going to be doing non-lethal damage, but he does do 6 points of damage to you.
So then I lose.
Well, he just lands first. How far are you guys going?
I just said unless one of us submits or like gets hurt.
Okay, well, I don't want to end it like that fast, like that quickly.
We can just go to death, but like not
We'll go to
die.
three strikes. Whoever
Okay.
hits the other one first 3 times.
Okay.
He's gonna use his flurry of blows, so a key point to use flurry of blows to get another strike on you. Oh yeah, that's gonna hit again.
Can I use a reaction to like squeeze my chest together and distract him a little bit?
Ran fan.
Make a persuasion check.
Yay!
So you're gonna try to distract him from the hit.
Yes. I got a 7.
Not enough. He is going to land a strike on you, but I do need you to make a where is it? A DC 12 dexterity saving throw.
And I got a 12.
He brings the first strike in to like hit you right on the ribs. You like kind of buckle a little bit. He takes the his hand, puts it on your shoulder, puts his foot behind you to kind of like knock you down, like giving you a second strike, and you manage to like land your foot back, take a step back, and like stay standing. And he just kind of like smiles at you and just gets ready for the return. You're up.
All right, disciplined. I see. We're going no weapons, and I drop my great axe, and I just feel like the playing field should be even, and I like kind of like sprint toward him, and I try. I don't want to like uppercut him because that seems harsh, but like I kind of want to knock a little bit of like intimidation into him at the same time. So I don't put like all my force into it, but just enough to be like, boom.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Natural 20, baby.
Yes!
That's gonna
Okay,
count.
so maybe that does
for
that
2
have to be a
hits.
critical hit? Because I definitely didn't want to hurt him.
That's okay. You do what you
Tough
I
gotta
just don't
do.
know my own strength.
I don't know why.
Yeah, it's
I
like
believe
doubling,
I
tripling
believe
up.
there are 2 tracks playing.
All right, let me stop
It's
everything.
the
'Cause
hate and the love.
I don't know why. I don't know why this is doing that.
Yes, this is a battle of turmoil.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't know
now
why
I
it changed.
now I hear the battle music.
Yeah, I don't know why it
It
changed.
was-
I was trying to load it, but it's just like for some reason Sirenscape's like freaking out today. You land it square in the face. He kind of like his eyes water a little bit of blood comes out of his nose. He's just, okay, shit. Is that your turn?
Yes. Oh, but can I rage?
Yeah, you can rage.
Does that kind of give me a loophole?
What do you mean?
Because I have the bear totem spirit, so I have resistance to all damage except psychic, so he can't actually like hit me now. Like he can't do damage. So if it's 3 strikes and he has to do damage, he no longer can do set strikes.
Well, you get resistance, which means the damage gets halved.
Ew.
You're thinking
but-
of immunity.
Yeah, you're not immune.
I tried.
That's fine. All right. So you land a hit, bam. It's gonna count for 2, because when you crit, you double the damage or roll double the dice. So I'm gonna let you get 2 hits in.
Okay.
It's his turn. He's gonna go in. He like takes a step up, like he goes to kick, but goes wide. plants his foot, and he's gonna use his a key point to bring his other foot around to hit you. Nah, not enough. It just, you step back, miss the first one, then you take a step back and miss the second one, and he just kind of like steps back up again. You're up.
I'm gonna roundhouse kick him in the ass.
Okay, unarmed strike, go for it.
Sweet.
This
That
kid's
is a
getting the face
24.
Oh yeah, 24 will definitely hit.
Oh,
You
I want to see
round
that.
cast.
Jiggle.
Yeah. And you make contact with a very round yet firm buttocks. Send him flying down, and he just kind of, okay,
Whoa.
you got me, you got me, you got me. All right, what's the question?
So this is really out of curiosity more than anything, but you're obviously skilled and disciplined, and your family does a number of things outside of the monastery. I was just wondering why you chose to become a monk, and I mean, like, what's your story?
He's like on the ground, and he like is putting his hand up to like ask for your help up.
I help him.
Well, make a persuasion check with advantage.
9.
9. Club isn't our original name. It was, all of Sagen used to belong to the orcs. You know, we used to live here in peace. Then different groups came, and they saw us as lesser. You know, everybody sees us as aggressive and angry and monstrous. But we were just living, so they gave us names that were lesser than. You know, nothing's as refined as a bow and arrow or a sword, so a club is the name that was given to my family in particular. And so, you know, we all live in peace now, and we're all okay now, but my family has a very strong tradition of not forgetting where we come from and what our land is and our tie to it, but also what we've had to do to earn to be part of this world and the new inhabitants that claim the lands of Sagen. We still have our territories, obviously, and with the triumvirate now in play, equality's never been more present, which is great. But I don't know, it just feels like duty. It's something that I have to do. My family fought to have us survive, keep our land, and I want to honor that tradition. We weren't as, you know, being a monk, you know, learning martial prowess in this manner wasn't necessarily part of our traditions, but I've made it my own.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just for being a monk, I feel like your mannerisms are a bit not quite what I would have expected, to put lightly.
Everybody, when they think of monk, they think of these solemn, controlled, religious fanatics that, yes, I'm disciplined, but I'm not giving up on living life. You know, you should see my master. Put a drink in his hand and he'll go crazy, you know. Very skilled martial artist. Very wise man, too. not all elves are bad.
Interesting. Well, you do have quite a colorful history. I would say we can keep training, but I mean, we have weeks of travel. It seems we have plenty of time to continue your training. Why don't you loosen up and we can go meet up with Hazel and Mercury and maybe just take a break and enjoy the night.
Yeah, we can have more training bouts as we travel. I like that. A drink sounds
I am
nice.
the winner after all, so it's hard to say no.
So I don't get a question?
No, you lost. Okay, let's go.
But that hardly seems fair.
I just keep walking, like, let's go. We're going to the bar.
You go to the bar, you meet Hazel and Mercury. Eventually, Shun and Sabir come back to the Citadel, find out that you all went to the bar. The rest of the evening goes by with plenty of merriment, relaxation, and camaraderie. Stumble your way back to the Citadel, where you take another night's rest before the following morning to make your way back to Könntek Castle. Or to Könntek Castle for the first time. And that is where we are going to end our session for tonight.
We're back,
Thank
baby.
you all very much for joining. We are so excited to be back with you and
Absolutely.
for you to be back with us.
There's
yeah.
there's already so much conflict and tension. We just started, bro.
It's great.
So
I want to see what
good.
happens between Sabir and Pudgy so bad.
Yes.
It's great. I love
so
the
excited for
dynamics.
this.
It's just gonna be Home Alone.
Please just don't be like Gary's Revenge and like have it totally backfire on you.
No, please do a
Me?
Gary's Revenge again.
Never.
That
That's
was such
you,
a great episode.
you said something and like the look, and I'm like, oh god, it's Jerry.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god, it's so good to be back.
He'll never leave. He'll never leave me.
Never leave.
Still,
He's part of you.
still there.
Are you
him,
more
Harry,
Steve
Larry.
or more Jerry?
Who knows?
Sleep tight.
Oh my god.
Don't hit the bed. It's my favorite part. And then I walk away. While we were playing, we did get another follow from
Yes,
we did.
local fuckwit.
Fuckwit. Local fuckwit.
No. We know what that is. Local fuckwit. Thank you.
Thank you for following us. We curse all the time on the channel. You're right. You're right. Who gives a
It's
fuck?
true.
We don't
who
have
gives
it
a
up,
local
but
fuckwit? Am I right?
Who gives a local fuckwit?
we
Thank you so
don't
much,
have it
Local
up. But local Fuquit, you are contributing to our goal
God.
right now
Oh yeah.
that Marco has made for himself. Marco, how does the search go for a perfect maid costume?
I've done a few searches on Amazon and looking at my local costume store.
This is what you're gonna be for Halloween
support your
if we
local
get
stores.
So many subscribers by Halloween.
I need Marco
No.
to roll. I need Marco to roll a deception because we all know he already has it. He's looking like, yeah, I've been looking real
Haven't really
hard.
found anything.
It's not hanging up over my bed right now, ready to be worn as soon as we go offline at all.
Just another day. Just one more day.
Oh, Etsy's a great idea, Birdstrike. Thank you. Yeah,
It's true.
that's a really good idea.
I'm thinking buttercream.
So yeah,
buttercream,
so 150 followers, and I will GM in a French maid costume.
Oh my god, yes, we need to make this happen.
Mhm.
Tell your friends to follow.
Tell all your friends.
Tell your enemies. Send it to them too. Yes. And then what happens at 100?
Steven?
A playthrough of Kingdom Hearts, and that one I'm going to play on the easiest difficulty. That way I can speedrun all of it.
Just
Because
one.
you'll also be in a maid suit and you want it to be over as fast as possible.
No. The
Oh, you're gonna be in a maid suit too?
No. The maid suit was never. The maid suit was never a thing. I don't know. Even though we all know I'd be the best, the greatest maid.
You would be the greatest maid.
I just imagine Steve comes up with a keyblade and a maid's costume. He's just like, I am the Frenchman.
This is DLC content that I thought I'd wear. No, but yes, once we hit 100, all of Kingdom Hearts, because I'm going to be beating it on like the easiest difficulty, so that way I can get through all of it, because they have like 14 games. We're going to be doing all playthrough of chronological order. Because I don't know where my mind's going. Chronological order of Kingdom Hearts at 100 followers.
You madman.
Yeah, you're insane.
Well,
Bird Strike, I do appreciate it, but I think my locks are fine the way they are. Although, should I be a redhead?
I mean,
I don't know. Are we trying to go for an Amelia Bedelia look, or are we trying to go for like Miss October?
Questions and questions, questions. All right. I guess there's only one thing to do
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
And a 1, and a 2, and